Hello everyone, welcome on into the stream. We are back here in Wurm Online, as we always are on Tuesdays, as we do yet another fabulous exploration into the vast unknown of the lands of Wurm that I've never seen before. And yes, Antierk, I was making a sign, that's right. I'm always not prepared for these streams, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta make a sign for our stream today. So let's have a look at who's in here. We've got Parser, we've got Duchanson, we've got Antierk, of course, Viking, Commander Gawainian, welcome on in. And I'm sorry about that factional fight, redeem there, Gawainian. I wonder if I can actually... Let me see if I can just... I think I can, with a Leo run board, I can just...
Are we the factional fight brothers?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, we are.
Well, there we go. We got that again. Good. Yes, I think you can also, with Leo on board, I think you can, like, use those, there's, like, buttons that you can test them out with, but, yeah. No need that anymore. Anyhow, let's see now. Yes, so guys, welcome on in. Good to see you. Duchess, you can't hear it. I can only hear someone snoring while you're making planks. Yeah, and Viking, you were saying there's sun in the background. There's sun in the background. You were like, were you in a panic or what was going on there? Yes, Viking, this is a game called Wurm Online. Believe it or not. Hello, Weeby, welcome on into the stream. So, guys, most of you are, of course, Wurmians who are just watching right now, but for the purpose of somebody finding this video someday on YouTube, and perhaps it's, you know, their very first time visiting my channel or seeing one of these videos, I still like to do a little introduction of what these Wurm Roulette streams are all about. Hello, Tuplex. Kalani, a new Valheim mod, says Tuplex. No! No! Yeah, what is this all about? Let's do a little recap. We are, of course, looking here at Wurm Online, which is my favorite sandbox MMO ever. Well, actually, that's wrong. I'm lying. Actually, Ultima Online would probably have to be my very favorite ever. But Wurm has been the number 2. And of course, it is Wurm that I'm playing these days. I haven't played Wurm, or I haven't played Ultima Online for years now. But anyhow, this is a 15-year-old sandbox MMO, and I've been playing it for 7.5 years, and the world of Wurm is absolutely gigantic. It has many different servers that you can cross over and visit with your ship, and I have done so much in the past years with just crafting and, you know, hanging out on my like land and just building stuff that I haven't really done so much exploring. So about a year ago I started this series called Wurm Roulette, where I, you know, choose a random location to go and check out and go visit to see what's there, to see what players have built, how they have transformed the lands. Sometimes the streams are like super duper interesting and we, you know, meet a lot of people and we see some really glorious deeds. Other times the streams are kind of boring. We don't really see anything too interesting, and you just never know what you're gonna get, right? But yeah, let's hope that today is gonna be an interesting one. For this purpose, we do have 2 characters here. We've got Milena, my 7.5-year-old character here on the left. She's looking around and she has something to tell about her horse situation here in a bit. Then of course we have Safarina here on Melody, a new character that I have been playing for about half a year now. Well, since last summer, since the Steam launch of Wurm. And hello Taylus DK, welcome on in. Oh my god, Kalania, are you serious? What? So Kalania says, oh, J-Popper says, Operation Poach the Valhemians to Wurm begins. Well, I'm not sure if I would quite say it like that, J-Popper. In fact, J-Popper, I would actually tell you that there was actually... So let me tell you guys a story, okay? So you guys know... You guys who are Wurmians, you guys know how where do I even start? So on the Wurm Discord, the official Wurm Discord, you know, there's that certain group of like players. I think they're mostly PvPers, and they're kind of like borderline toxic. They're kind of like, you know, somebody asks a question and they kind of troll them. They're kind of trolly guys, you know. They hang out a lot on the forums and they troll the forum posts that people try to make. They hang out on Discord just to troll people who might have a question. So I don't really hang out on either the forums or the Discord because of this kind of like thing that goes on there. Now let me just say very clearly that I do not experience that in the game. I have never experienced that kind of thing on the game, in the game itself. It seems to be that they're mostly hanging out in the forums and the Discord. But anyhow, so one day I just happened to sort of look. Oh, is that Viking? Viking, you naughty boy. Oh, he came and slapped me. That is so rude. I bet you that's Viking, or is that Antierg? I think that was... No, that was Gawain. Slaps you in the face? How rude. So rude. So rude. So anyhow, yeah, I was watching the Discord, the Wurm Discord, one day. I was watching it and I was like, I wasn't really watching it. Actually, my eyes sort of like spotted the word role-playing in amidst the text. And somebody was asking, is there much role-playing that goes on the PvP servers? And you guys can guess the sort of like reaction from the trolley guys, right? Nobody really answered the question like seriously. I guess somebody said that no, and you know, in general, if somebody's going to ask about like role-playing on a PvP server in Wurm, you're not going to get the most, you know, warm reception. It was like somebody who was interested in good lord, I think we're going to have pheasant dinner tonight. Gawain, are you messing around with me? Where's my hatchet? So anyhow, yeah. So this person was not like a Wurm player, but was interested in getting into Wurm, and they were asking basically, you know, is there any role playing that goes on the PvP servers? They weren't really getting any like good answers. And nobody was really taking the question seriously. So, you know, being a role player myself, I of course felt kind of bad for the guy, you know, just coming to ask like an earnest question. So I sent him a PM, and I said to him that, oh good lord, Gawain, get out of here. Let me focus on my stream. We need to find a crate, pack that pheasant into a crate and send it off into the yonder. So, am I ever going to get this story finished now? I'm losing track of my thought here. So anyhow, yes, what happened was I sent the guy a PM. I said that, you know, I don't know how much role playing goes on the PvP servers. I don't hang out on the PvP servers, but I can tell you that there is some role playing that does go on the PvE servers, and I love the game myself, and I've been playing for many years. And if you have any questions about Wurm, do let me know. And this guy, he was just so thankful. He was so appreciative that somebody went out of their way to actually, you know, answer his question. So we got to talking, and he actually leads like a very large role-playing community. He's got a big community on Discord, and he invited me over there to tell people, because he said that his group is thinking about coming to Wurm. And he asked me if I would mind coming over to their Discord for a while, so that I could, you know, talk about Wurm, and I could then answer questions and stuff. And so I went over there, and people were asking questions about Wurm, and they were also comparing Wurm to Valheim quite a bit. And so, J-Popper, coming back to your phrase here, Operation Poach the Valhemians to Wurm begins. You know what I actually said to the people there? Because I was saying that it's not quite like that. So what I actually said to those guys over in this community is that, well, you know what? I'm loving Valheim. I think it's just I'm having heaps and heaps of fun in Valheim. I think that what you guys should do, when they were sort of thinking about, do we go to Valheim or do we go to Wurm, I said to them, just quite honestly, Valheim is a lot of fun right now. Everyone's hyping about it, but it's not a game that you're going to play for eternity. So I recommend that you go enjoy Valheim, get it out of your system, then come to Wurm after that. So there you go, J-Popper. See, I can be completely transparent about that. That I'm not always going to recommend Wurm as the number one first thing to go to. I think if people were to come to Wurm first, then they would hear about the hype about Valheim. They might be distracted by that. I think Valheim is such a great game to play. You should get it out of your system, play it, defeat the end boss, then come to Wurm, start living your life, build yourself a city or a little humble farm or a mountaintop deed or whatever you do, and then settle down here and enjoy Wurm for years and years and years. That's my opinion. But anyhow, let's see what else you guys were saying here. Yeah, Kalania, you were actually saying, so we met Kalania through, didn't we, just correct me if I'm wrong here, but did we not meet because you came to one of my Valheim streams, then you saw me talking about Wurm, and then you decided to try it, and then you said that it happened to you. You haven't really been back to Valheim since you started Wurm. That's amazing. And Kalania says, I should see Morganshire's mines. Truly amazing. So whereabouts are those, Kalania? And yes, Trash Map. Yay, Wurm. And hello, EQ. Welcome on in. Yes, a box of chocolates. That did come to my mind when I was explaining that. That's right. You never know what you're going to get with these Wurm Roulette streams, Viking. That's right. Yes, story time by cats, that's right. So Kalania, Valheim, 180 hours played played February 26th, Wurm Online, 170 hours first played February 23rd. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh my gosh. And partial hello if I already didn't say so. And let me see what you guys are saying. Why would you think it was Viking? Oh, because Viking tends to come during these streams and does his little weird stuff that he does. But me, asks Viking. Oh, you guys crack me up. And Kalania, you roleplay in PvE. Nice, nice. And let's see what else we have here. Tuplex says roleplay in any PvP MMO is lie, steal, cheat, and kill. Stream sniping reaches a whole other level. Absolutely, Viking, yes. That naughty Gawanian, my goodness, so naughty. Yes, Viking, Valheim is short-term, Wurm is long-term, like you said, that is so true. J-Popper, Operation lovingly, helpfully explain the intricate positives of Wurm in comparison to the wonderful game Valheim begins. Well, they both, I've said this many times, but they offer a different experience. Wurm will always be here. That's right, Weeby. That's right. It will always be here. Cats, Wurm Ambassador confirmed. Taylor, you remember when you started playing Wurm in 2013? People were so nice, found and joined your first village on Exodus by drowning in the village harbor. Fun way to meet people, but I was the reason that you kept playing. Aw. And it was through Valheim. I thought so, Kalania. Yeah, Cadence server around N12 is where this cool mine is. Let's just see here. Cadence N12. Cadence N12. Cadence N12. Right about there. Let me just mark. I wonder if I have any annotations. And cool mine. Let me just check what you said it was called again. Morganshire's Mines. Morganshire's Mines. Let's just put this. Morganshire's Mines. Okay. I'll have to go visit that one of these days. yeah, let's let me catch up with what else you guys were saying here. And while we do that, let me just actually, I was making a sign, so I did make the sign, I just have to improve it now. So let's just improve this while I'm catching up with you guys. Because of course, actually, oh yeah, definitely needs improving still. And let's see what else you guys were saying. Hello Tokran, welcome on into the stream. And hello Achaicus, it has been a while. How are you doing? Are you still playing Wurm? Let me see what you're saying here. Valheim is not an MMO either, so you have other PvP outlets, PlanetSide 2. More recently you're hooked on War of Rights, though not exact anyone here will quite like those settings either, but part of the high testosterone nature of PvPers, and not so bad as long as they do not cross a certain level or do not spill over into the setting where folks do not want it at all. So do you still play Wurm, Achaicus? It has been a while. Hello Zethra, welcome on in. Do I ever play on modded Wurm Unlimited servers or just Wurm Online? So Trash Mob, I do have a project actually going, I have a project going on in Wurm Unlimited where I have lots and lots of mods actually. The Ultimate Nostalgia server, which I need to finish one of these days, but actually Bidoo, he made a whole bunch of like mods specifically originally because I needed like special things for this project, and of course, you know, he offers them to anyone who needs them. And the mods I'm using for this one, I'm not sure how many of them are outdated at this point, but let me just see, I do have them mentioned here. So these mods are the ones that I'm using on my Ultimate Nostalgia server right there. So quite a few, yeah. But I have not visited other people's Wurm Unlimited servers. I've never visited somebody else's server there actually. Let's see, we need carving knife. Did I leave all of my... Yeah, it looks like I needed... I left all my tools over here. So let me just grab a carving knife here. Carving knife. And then just improve that sign. So we need a sign so that once we reach our destination, we can plant a sign and say that that KatsPurr was here. And let's just get that improved. And let's see what else we have in the chat here. Hello Corrupts Alive, welcome on in, good morning to you as well. Over here in Finland it's now 5:30 in the afternoon, so I guess you must be over in North America if it's the morning for you. And good to have you join us. We're just in the process here of starting our Wurm Roulette stream. You're not late at all, we just started like literally a few minutes ago, and I haven't even explained we haven't even chosen a location for today yet, because I just we got into so much chatting here. And Viking Cats is the reason you played Wurm, and then Antuk took you in and adopted you. Yeah. Just imagine, Viking, I was going to leave you stranded out on the outer shores of Melody just to fend on your own. Can you imagine how rude that is? Just leave you out there to starve with no like supplies. And thank you so much for the follow, the Lone Shrimp. The Lone Shrimp. Aw, the Lone Shrimp. Yeah. So that's what you would have been, Viking, if I would have abandoned you out at the outer edges. I was gonna leave like Viking out here to fend for himself. You would have been a lone shrimp literally on the seashores there, Viking. So you guys already have something in common there. And glad to be here. So Lone Shrimp, are you a Wurm player as well? Or are you somebody who found me through Valheim perhaps? Good to have you join us. I wonder if I can write in. Let me just see if there's enough characters now for this thing. So, and I should adjust the UI settings as well. So KatsPurr, I know you guys can't see a bloody thing here. KatsPurr slash Safarina was here on March 9th. Does it fit? March 9th, 21. It does. Okay, good. So our sign is all set up. So let's now that we caught up with the chat, let's talk about what the hell this is all about, okay? So we have two characters here, my old character, my new character, and one of these ladies is going to go out on an adventure today, but we have to decide where we're going to go to, and for that I do have a handy little map over here. I have a map for the old servers with a whole bunch of blue dots, which I'll explain in a bit, and then we've got the new server map with another collection of blue dots, and those dots represent all of the streams that we've done for the Wurm Roulette streams that we have done over a year now. It's been over a year, guys, and it's starting to like fill up the map gradually but surely. Last week we were on the server of, well, actually this server, Melody, and we explored this area, and the week before that I think it was the Harmony one. We went to go see Taiki's place over there. But yes, we don't know where we're going to go yet today. All of the green areas are places I've never stepped on once in all of these years I've played Wurm. Believe it or not, I have not seen what is over there. I don't know what the landscapes look like. I don't know what kind of cities players have built there. So let's find out where we're going to go today. So first we have to choose, are we going to go to the old or the new servers? And we're going to spin the Wurm Roulette wheel. Northern is the new, southern is the old. Northern Isles, we're going again to the new servers this time. So that's the third week in the row. So this means that we can just shut down this map, and we're going to focus only on the new servers. And now we have to pick a destination.
Cats? How did we get onto your stream?
Oh, must be logic.
You silly boys. How did you get here? Because you belong here, that's why. So pick destination is going to plonk down a marker somewhere here on the map. And we have to see where it's going to land. If it lands on a blue area or the water, obviously we're not going to go there. So hopefully somewhere on one of these green patches. So let's just get right to it. 3, 2, 1, pick destination. And we're going to Harmony now again. And this is going to be kind of a scenic area actually, because it's right in the, if we just look at that, you can see it's like there's this mountain ridge over here. And then there is a valley in between the mountains. I just wonder what it looks like visually over there. I bet it is so scenic and beautiful. So yeah, let's go over there, and I'm just going to take a screenshot of this, and we're going to update our map in Photoshop here quickly. So let's just clip this to the window here. Gonna go to Harmony, and we'll just keep the Harmony title there. Maybe we can just put it right in the middle there. And we shall update this onto the stream, like so. Good. Save the file, shut down Photoshop, and unfortunately, Milena, we're going to have to say goodbye to you. You are not going to go anywhere today, so we're just going to log her straight off, like so, and we're going to focus on Safarina today. So yes, we have to make sure she has everything she needs. We're going to a different server. That means we have to pack our horse into a creature cage. So let's do that as our first thing. So horsey, we're going to have to take your equipment off so that we can cross you over the server border. So let me just get this UI, and let me just also adjust the UI settings here to be a bit larger, so you guys can see something as well. That looks pretty good, I think. So you can see what I'm doing. No, we don't want to leave Wurm. No, no, no. Yes, let's also organize these windows because they're all in a huge mess here. Put that down there. Put that down there. Get these out of the way. And we should probably improve those horseshoes as well. Grab all of the bridle, the saddle, the horseshoes, stick that in there, and then load the horse into a creature cage. Like so. Load the horse into the boat. Load cargo. Good. Now the horse is inside the boat. Then we want to make sure, let's put all of our armor on and get prepared for the trip. So Kalania, if you want to see like really, of course you're on the new servers, if you ever want to see truly majestic sceneries, I warmly recommend rolling just like an alt character, just for like going to player events and stuff over on the old servers, and to check out the puzzle labyrinth that the Factional Fight Brothers did. That's on Xanadu. And also check out the beautiful, amazing, epic sceneries of Xanadu, because man, oh man, Xanadu is one pretty server. It's a little bit laggy and it's very vast and very like hard for like a new player to handle, but now that you've played Wurm a little bit, I think you could manage yourself just fine. I don't recommend it for new players, but now that you've played Wurm a bit, you probably have a handle on the game. And if you were to make like an alt, just for like, you know, even just to experience the puzzle labyrinth alone, I think it's worth it. Let's put these things away. Don't need a rake or a scythe. The locks we can also put away. They're not going to need those on our trip either. Let's see. Put all of these over here. Then put our armor on. Put on the boots. The cap. The armor. Pants. Sleeves. Gloves. And that's good to go. And let's go through our Wurm Roulette checklist here, see if we have everything we need for our trip. So let's put the horse gear in there. And what's the butchering knife doing there? It should be actually in that category. I don't know about you guys, but I have a question for you Wurmians. Does anyone else experience... Did you see on Tyrig? I'm not sure if you saw the screen, you might be just listening. But remember when I talked about the mouse thing? Did you just see what I literally did there? I meant to drag the butchering knife into the butchering knife like folder, and I actually dragged the saddle because I don't know about you guys, but I have like this little problem with my mouse and Wurm that it feels like the cursor is just slightly off for me. And I often like drag things because it's not much though, we're only talking about a couple of pixels, and I tried to ask the devs about it and nobody really experiences that, and I was asking Untirik the other day and he doesn't experience anything like that, so I'm just wondering if I'm literally the only one, if it's something to do with my own setup somehow, that I've messed something up with the mouse, and it is quite annoying that like somehow I don't feel like that when I'm mousing, when I'm like clicking stuff, that it's like it doesn't feel precise to me. Then again, it must be like a Wurm thing because I don't really have that problem in other games, but then to be fair, in other games the details are not so tiny. Like in Wurm, you really, it's really emphasized that you have to really like, the mouse cursor has to really fit onto these tiny little details, right? So it would sort of reveal itself more in Wurm. And Talos asks, is there a link to see where you have visited? Talos, you know what I've been meaning to do is to, I've been meaning to put these maps up on the Wurm Roulette forum thread that I have on the Wurm forums. It could be in the initial post, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and then you could see all of those dots where I have visited. I'm using a mouse, yes, Viking, I am. But my monitor is also like a drawing table, but I don't think that should... I don't think, and the thing is that like, I don't know, it's just annoying, like I don't know, because on the other hand I don't have this problem in other software, it's just like just Wurm, I don't know why. And I could swear that this is something that came after the new UI. I don't remember having this issue with like the old UI in Wurm either. I'm just curious to hear, does anyone else experience anything like that? Or am I just completely like... Is it just completely something about my own setup? I don't know. Let's just put this log away, not gonna need that. Carving knife. It's always good to have a carving knife on your journeys. You just never know. Tools. Let's put that into tools. Yes, let's go through our like checklist. Cotton. We're gonna need some cotton for healing. So let's just grab 20 cotton to heal ourselves with if need be, and then combine this. Yeah, I notice like when I have to like move my mouse down a little bit when it sort of goes off to the wrong spot. I don't understand. Sickles, we're going to equip both of those. That one and that one. And this cotton I can actually drag over there. Let's see what else. Mallet, we're not going to need that on our trip. Let's put that away. The large sign goes into... Where's my large sign? Wooden sign. There we go. Anvil, I'm not going to need that. The tent goes here. Taming grass. Do we have any grass here at all in my inventory? I do. Let's put the taming grass here. So this is my little Wurm Roulette checklist of things I need when I go on the Wurm Roulette adventures. So let's just go through this here and see if we have everything we need. So cotton, check. We can shut that. Booze, check. Oh, by the way, hey, Viking. Could I possibly get a little portion of your new vodka that is higher quality before we leave? And you were just asking, so do you need any alcohol, Cats? Yeah, it would be, because this, of course, is quality 30.75. If you are able to make, what was it, 60 quality now? And thank you, Unturk. Yeah, I'll check that. Hello, Big Amish. Welcome into the stream. And I'll catch up with what you guys are saying in a bit. I'll scroll back and see. Yeah, I would love it if I could get a little bit of your new alcohol. So let me just I'll just keep the old stuff and I'll put it in here, and I'll just grab another measuring jug here. Let's just rename this to booze, and I'll set the measurement to 5 kilograms. And let me just ride. Oh, I put the horse away already, but I'll just run over. Man, it is so slow. Well, you only live over there, but I feel like even this is so slow to just walk that I'm just literally gonna grab one of these horses here. I'm too lazy to walk. Hitch. Let's grab one of these. God, I started pressing shift, guys. You know how like in Valheim you sprint with shift, and I tried to do that here. And it went all haywire. So yeah, that's where Viking lives, and Antyrk, he lives over here. So these guys are my lovely neighbors. And there he comes with his Santa cap. So so let me just give this to you, Viking, and if you could fill that up, that would be awesome. No peeking? Oh, he's got his secret stash underground, I think. He's gonna go to the cellar. He's got like a cellar inside the mountain here. So actually, what's kind of cool about Wurm, guys, if you don't know, apparently like alcohol ferments much better in the like underground. So he's got his secret cellar down there. And let's just go through the checklist once more. So food, we're going to have to get that. We still need to get that. Water, that is good to go. The tent is good to go. Wooden sign is good to go. Taming grass, yes. Horse gear, yes. Butchering knife, yes. So all we're missing now is the alcohol and then the food, and then we can set off on our way and see what we go and discover over on Harmony today. I'm just going to scroll back and see what you guys were saying. Let's see. And the Dude Johnson was saying, well, Cats is the reason you play Elite Dangerous. And Viking, you would have died for sure if I would have just left you stranded over there. Aww. And Lone Shrimp, you are a newer Wurmian. Well, welcome to Wurm. Much less blue on the new servers, yeah. So Talon, you were asking what's ZZZ on the map. That is like streams that were like super duper boring and I didn't bother like saving like a... let's give him a little... Let's see if I can chase him down. Gonna chase him down. Give him a little kiss. There you go, Viking. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Let's just see what the quality of this... So we got some vodka, quality 54.92, nice. That is gonna be amazing compared to the stuff that we had before. So thank you very much for that. Let's just, I'm gonna catch up properly with you guys. Let me just get some food and then we'll be on our way. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll just leave this horse. This is actually a 4-speed horse, so it's kind of like a slower horse. We're just going to leave it there. Then we're going to go over here. Oh man, she walks so slow. And then we're going to eat some affinity foods that will be great for fighting. So let's just see. And I know there must be a deja vu feeling for you guys as you've watched me do this many times now over and over again when our stream starts. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for that subscription, Trash Mob. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. And that you enjoy coming back. That's very much appreciated. So aggressive fighting, 5 hours should do us. Let's also take fighting. So if you're new to Wurm, you don't know what affinity foods are. They're basically foods that will, well, all foods in Wurm, all alcohol as well, by the way, gives you a certain affinity. And if you manage to find the correct affinity for the skill that you're looking for, you can eat that before you're going to do the thing. Let's say you want to do a lot of carpentry work. You eat your carpentry affinity food and you gain much higher skills, or your skill gain is going to be higher, basically. Now I think, yeah, her tummy's full, so she can't eat anymore. But we're also going to grab a couple of meals here to take with us. And we'll stick those into the picnic basket. There, we are good to go. We're ready for our adventure. And let me just hop onto the ship and we will set sail. Like so. Raise the anchor. And then start heading towards Harmony. Now if we look at the map here quickly, what is the location we need to go to on Harmony? If we just look at this again, so it's right there. If we just zoom in here, there's the mountain range. So if I look at the map. It's about right here, isn't it? There we go. That's where we need to get to. So looking at this, of course it's super easy for us to just cross the server border, come through here, and literally just park the ship right here, but that's no fun. Let's do something more challenging. So let's do this, that we actually come up through the bottom. We can park our ship over here. We can travel with our horse up through and get on top of the mountains, climb over the mountains into the valley, because I want to see these mountains, and we have now Vikings brand new alcohol, which should make the mountain climbing. We want to test that out, right, for the mountain climbing. So that's what we'll do. We'll come up through the bottom. So what I shall do is, the plan is, let's plot the course for Harmony. Then we will, so right now we're of course on Melody. We're here, right here. We're just setting sail from this spot and we're going up north. What we'll do is we'll sail up through here, cross the server border, around this spot, up here to the north, and we'll pop in through to Harmony from about here. Sail up through and park our boat somewhere around there, then start mountain climbing up to go see what's going on there. So basically we need to get to 17, and 17 on Melody is, so we need to find this little sliver of an island and then head north. As soon as we see this tiny little island, that is one skinny ass island, by the way. Look at how skinny that is. I'm kind of interested to see what that looks like. So yeah, that's the plan. And now that we do have a plan, you know, I wonder where my lip balm is, because my, oh, there it is. Because I have a problem, guys, with my lips, that I have to like constantly put lip balm, because otherwise they get so chapped so easily. It's quite annoying. I really don't know how people managed before, in the old days, before such luxuries existed in our lives. I guess they just basically had chapped lips all the time. So that's better. Now let me just catch up with what you guys were saying here, and let's just have a nice little look at the view. Let's try and find a nice view to look at as she's sailing here. Well, maybe we can just look at the shoreline, for instance. Good. And let's see what you guys were saying here earlier on. Oh yes, the Impalongs, another good reason to make an alt on the old servers. Absolutely do, Jensen. And Viking asks, have I tried lower settings? No. Talus, you have to click more than once to activate items in your inventory with your mouse? Oh, really? So you have something... you have like issues, but I'm not sure if it's the same one I have. And Lone Shrimp, you were saying you don't experience that yourself with the mouse. Only technical difficulty you run into would be having every 8 minutes or so your screen kind of freezes for about a full second. Really? That's interesting. And what server are you on, Lone Shrimp? I don't have anything like that myself. That sounds quite annoying. Like, can you imagine being like in a troll fight or something and that happening? So, Akagus, you were explaining about the mouse settings and how it's different with different games, and you were talking about this crosshair software. That's handy to know. I have a Razer-like mouse, and so I've been adjusting the... I was hoping there'd be like a calibration for getting it right on the right spot, but there only seems to be a calibration working together with the Razer, their own mats. I don't have one of those. But this crosshair software sounds handy. I might look into that. So crude, booze, says Viking. Hello, Loommate. Welcome on in. Whoop whoop worm. Yes. And Lord Smooches, welcome back. You were reading reviews on Steam and you were hearing some bad things about GMs playing favoritism and other things like banning people for not liking them. Is that any of that true? So here's the truth of that, Lord Smooches. So here, okay, how do I even begin? Okay, so every single game has its trolls and has its fair share of people who have done some questionable things, gotten banned, and they're salty about it. Now, I don't know. Of course, only the people who experience those situations know the actual truth, but it is it is a self-evident thing that I'm pretty sure that a lot of those people making these types of posts are people who are just salty that they were banned because they did something questionable, and then they want to get their revenge because they would like to play Wurm. The Wurm was their favorite game and now they can't play it, and they would like to. However, they can't, so they keep on venting their anger through these types of posts. Now, the reason that these kinds of messages and reviews pop out much more visibly in Wurm in comparison to something like World of Warcraft is because World of Warcraft has, World of Warcraft is also an old game. I was going to say that, okay, let's say in comparison to other MMOs, okay? So there's a couple differences between Wurm and other MMOs. In other MMOs, there's going to be also these types of cases. However, their complaint messages are not going to be so in the limelight or in the spotlight because the amount of players that Wurm has compared to other games is so tiny. I mean, in Wurm, there's only we're talking about hundreds of people online at a time. It's a very tiny community, and so if you've got some vocal people who are salty, that means that their posts pop out. They have a larger visibility because it's not like one complainer amidst millions of other players. It's one complainer amidst hundreds of other players, and then those posts, they are more visible that way. The second thing is that Wurm, being a game that is so old, being 15 years old, in comparison to most other MMOs, where in most other MMOs, of course, with each passing year, you've got new cases of these types of people who were banned, right? And obviously, the older an MMO is going to get, the more you're going to accumulate this larger group of people who are salty. And since Wurm is such a unique game, this is kind of like the third point, is that since Wurm is such a unique game and nothing out there really offers what Wurm does, that means that these salty players are especially salty because they really want to play the game, whereas most other MMOs are kind of like run-of-the-mill theme park MMOs that offer very similar things that many other MMOs do, right? So in those cases, the complainers would have probably moved on to other things. But since Wurm offers such a unique experience, these people are especially salty because they would really like to play, but they can't. Now, this is just my guesstimate on why these toxic posts out there pop out more for Wurm. But here's my personal experience, and this is 100% genuine and truthful here. And yes, I am in the dev team as a volunteer these days, but I would have said the exact same thing now as I would say a year ago before I joined the team. So it has always been my experience in Wurm, and I have never done anything questionable, as far as I know, not at least intentionally. I have always been treated in Wurm from the very beginning, from the very first years where nobody knew me and I was just like a hermit. Literally the first 7 years that I played the game, not 7 years, let's say 6.5 years. The first 6.5 years that I played Wurm, nobody really knew about me because I just lived my hermit life on my island, and it didn't really didn't really, didn't really chat with people or anything like that. But of course, I had my game issues that I had to like deal with, and I had to ask for help from GMs many times. And one time I was mining. I was mining with some alts, and I was watching Netflix at the same time. And then I got a message on the screen that, "Hey, are you there?" Like it's a GM just checking that I'm not, like a bot or something. And then I responded because I saw the message right away. So I've also had like that kind of like a negative situation where somebody might have thought that I was doing something bad where I wasn't. But I can say that every single experience I've had of the GMs in this game have been nothing but respectful and friendly and lovely. Even that moment when I said, that when they probably thought that I was like using macros or whatever, they were so nice about it when I said that, no, I'm here, no worries. So and also I can say that any time I've needed help in Wurm, like if my boat got stuck somewhere or if this or that happened, every time that I've requested help from GMs, way before the days that anyone even knew about me, or before I streamed, or before I did like Wurm videos, I have gotten nothing but like respectful, friendly, helpful, and very, very fast help. Like you guys know I am not kidding around when I said that when you request help in this game, you get it like within minutes a lot of the times. In the very least within an hour, somebody's going to help you. And then of course there's the CA help channel where you can get help around the clock from volunteers. But yeah, those are my experiences. That's all I can say. And of course, only those people who were involved with those people who are like complaining and trying to bring down the game because they're salty. Of course, only those people can know the truth of what happened in those situations. What I can say though is that even though I've had the best of luck and the best of experiences with the GMs in this game, of course, something to consider is that Wurm is a very small team. A lot of the people in the team are volunteers, don't get any paid salary, and they just volunteer their time. These are not for a lot of the part guys. The people who volunteer their time in Wurm, they're not professional game developers or people who have worked with games before. They just wanted to help out. So if such situations do happen where a GM were to say something rude or do something rude or not make the right choice, considering the fact that the team is made of these types of volunteers and just such a tiny team as it is, unpaid, I think it's just like it would be actually a miracle if something hadn't happened at some point. It's totally understandable that because people working as professionals in the game industry, like I've been working for many years, and especially when you work for big companies like when I was working for Ubisoft, we get training, especially if you're in a leadership position. You get training about how you handle situations and how you treat people and the right ways to handle situations. But do you guys think that Wurm GMs get any training like that kind of like professional training? Of course they get guidelines probably when they start their work. Like I really don't know because I don't know much about their work, but or what's done to prepare them. But I can tell you that they don't get that kind of really deep training that you would get in a big corporation like Electronic Arts or Ubisoft or BioWare or whatever. So they're much more likely to make human error. And a lot of those times, I guess, in those situations, they have to make a call also. Perhaps there's a situation where it's not really clear, is the person a good guy who earnestly ended up in a situation where they did something that was seemingly wrong, or I wonder if this is the Sliver Island. It looks ugly as hell though. Like, man, that is one ugly island. Maybe it's prettier. Let's just go see from closer up. So I'm sure there's like a lot of situations where the GMs they're not quite sure. Is this like a genuinely bad guy, or is it just like somebody who's innocent and did something bad without realizing it, and they have to make a call, and maybe sometimes those calls aren't the right way, or the person was actually innocent, and this is going to happen like in any game, these kinds of situations. So yeah, I think it's to me it's just so sad to see all of these like toxic people who want to get their revenge and want to just, you know, they've been taken down by the Wurm team, and they want to bring down the Wurm. They want to bring Wurm down with it, and have them like ruining the reviews on on Steam and stuff. It is so it's pathetic. It's sad. It's very unfortunate. It's really unfair towards. It's so unfair towards all of the nice, lovely players and devs and GMs in Wurm that, you know, first of all, the team, these volunteers who volunteer their personal time to contribute to a game that they love for the you know, the betterment of the community and to help the community. It is so unfair to the dev team who work their butt off to create new cool stuff for the game. It's so unfair to all the nice players in Wurm who love the game and would love to see more people join this game and enjoy, you know, create a larger community. So it's very unfortunate. And actually, now that we got closer to this, I mean, if you terraformed, if you changed the tiles here, like if they changed all the tiles to, like, I don't know, like grass, it wouldn't look so bad. But it looks a bit bad because of all those tiles look a little bit wonky right now. But I wonder, it looks like somebody might live there. But yeah, let's head over to Harmony, and I'll stop my ranting now. But that's just something to consider, like all those points that I brought up. That's something to consider when you see those bad reviews in Steam and in Reddit or wherever else. I would take all of those with a grain of salt. I really would. My experiences have been nothing but good in this game, like very, very honestly here. We're gonna turn in this direction there. There we go. Good. Yes. Now let's see what else you guys were saying. Loommate asks, are there quests and dungeons or raids similar to other mainstream MMOs? No. Well, there's missions, and there's also like there's also the journal. Like you get these little quests to do things, and you do get rewards from doing these quests. They're just mainly there to help you get started in the game. Then there are things called missions that so all of players who live on a server, they can do these together. So there are like missions, for instance. What are the active missions right now? Magradon wants you to slay the traitor scorpion seen fleeing from Valray to these lands. It was last spotted within 5 map squares of S17. And what do we have here? There's a traitor deer. Libella requires 7 of you to bring and give Wemp seeds to an aged avatar of Libella. So yeah, there are those types of missions that everyone does together, like on a server, and everyone gets like rewards from those that take part in the mission. So that kind of stuff. But it's not like your classic MMO experience as far as quests go. No, it's very much its own thing. And now we have crossed the server border, and unfortunately there's a little visual glitch. We haven't actually disembarked, but it seems visually like we have. So I'm just going to disembark for real and then embark back on. So we're back on the ship. And let's just have a look here to figure out where we are. So so we popped out. Now we're on the server of Harmony, and we should be somewhere. We should be somewhere in this area now. So yeah, I think we need to go over here. I'm not sure. Let me just get a little bit closer. It could be that opening over there is actually this one. So let me just get closer to this. Actually, you know what? I think that this here is this island. So we need to go to the left of it, I think. So let's just go in that direction and check it out. Let's see what else you guys were saying. Oh yes, then there's the rifts, of course. So rifts happen where like a whole bunch of very dangerous mobs spawn at some random location, and then they can't be soloed. Well, there's actually the mini rifts. I forget what they're called now. I've done those alone, but then there's the really big ones that have like just dozens and dozens and dozens of mobs spawning, and then everyone has to take them down together. And you get really nice rewards from those. And then there's the unique slayings as well. I wonder, is this now this part here? I almost feel like I don't want to take a risk, so we're just going to go over here anyhow. Unless we see... Let's just get a little bit closer. Because if we see this little hook of land, do we actually see a tiny little island off to the right? That could be that one over there. You know what? Maybe this is that island, I think. So I'm... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll just go onto the right side, because then we can go around this way. And then at least it's going to be... Oh, but there's the step. That is actually over there. Yeah, that's where we have to go. It is over there. It is. Okay. Yeah, because we can see that this is like step, this brown patch of land. That's that one over there. Yeah. So this mountain here, this very small mountain, is in fact this one that we see here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're on track now. Let's see what else you guys were saying. Hello Tuxie, welcome on into the stream. Good to see you. So Loommate says, I see, so there's very little framework and it's more up to you as the player to find what you want and where you have to go to get the item. Yes, so Loommate, like somebody else was saying, Wurm is very much like the epitome of a sandbox. And sandbox basically means a game where all of the choices, so that the player is provided with all of the tools, all of the mechanics to figure things out on their own, and they can do whatever they want. There's nothing guiding you. There aren't any NPCs to tell you to go here, to go there. There aren't any quests to take you to different places. All of the monster spawns, they're all random, so there aren't any areas that are like some more dangerous than others. Like you could literally log on to the game for the first time and face a troll that's going to just smoosh you right away. So that's what a sandbox is, and Wurm, out of all of the sandbox types of games, Wurm is probably the sandboxiest sandbox you're ever going to find. So it like offers vast freedoms, vast amounts of tools. And basically, when you first come to the game, so let's say in World of Warcraft, you see a quest giver, you see the question mark hovering over their head. You go up to them, they give you a quest, go kill 5 like wolves or whatever, right? You kill the wolves, you return the quest, you get maybe a weapon or whatever. And then the person tells you, well, now I've seen like maybe some snakes over there or whatever. And now in Wurm, it's much more, think of it like one of those survival like TV shows. You know the TV shows where some guy has flown into the middle of like the wilderness, and they only have like a few very crude tools to begin with. That's what Wurm is. So you start the game and you have to figure out how to survive. What are the basic essentials? Like, you know, you're going to find yourself soon, you're starting to get hungry. Okay, we're going to have to figure out how to get some food. You're starting to get thirsty. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to get some water to drink. The mobs are chasing you around. How are you going to find some shelter? It's very much, those first days are very, very tough in the game. And then, you know, so then you go off and you realize that, okay, the mobs are chasing me all over. I'm gonna have to build myself a little shack to, just as like a little emergency shack, or else I'm gonna have to mine out a cave for myself in the mountain and maybe build a cave door to keep me safe from the predators outside. And then, okay, like I can see that my newbie tools that I began with, I can see that they're starting to break. I probably need to, by the way, just a side note for those seeing Wurm for the first time, everything you see that is like man-made, like this bridge, the buildings, the ships, everything, it's all made by players. So this bridge did not exist here when the server first started. Players have made all of it. So yeah, so now you've got your tools are starting to wear out. So oh my goodness, it must be time to make proper tools in place of the newbie tools that I got, because the newbie tools don't actually last very long. And oh my goodness, I'm getting hungry. Maybe I need to go and kill one of those sheep that I saw in the forest. I'll butcher it, get some meat. And what happens if I put some meat together with maybe some some vegetables that I foraged from the ground? Maybe that will make a nice meal for me. You know, it's all about survival in the beginning. It's all the bare essentials of staying alive. And look at that glorious city over there. My goodness, that is cool. Let's go see. I want to see this place. That looks fantastic. What the heck is that? I haven't seen this one yet. That is huge. That isn't the one, is it? That isn't the one I'm thinking of, because I think that's in a different spot, isn't it? There was a really big city somewhere over here, but if we're over on this side now... No, hold on. Maybe that is the one. Is this the one I'm thinking? This is the one I think that I'm not sure. Let's go see what the name of it is. What is the name of this place? Is this the one I'm thinking of? Village of Delucia. I have not been here, guys. Let's go see this place. This looks fantastic. I'm just gonna moor my boat right here. Just crash up against the... And I should probably unload my horse and... Well, it's so slow. Let me just see if I can stick some stuff here. You know what we're gonna do? Let's go unload the horse somewhere so that we can ride around on our horse and properly investigate this, because she's walking so slow because she's kind of overloaded with her cotton and her stuff right now. So why is she so slow, by the way? Let me just see. Is she like overloaded with like crap, or what is going on? Her weight is 68, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad, but let me just... I wonder if this is on the... Is this on the perimeter? Let's just see. This could be very well on the perimeter of this area, but that looks fantastic. The perimeter of Delucia, yes. Okay, let's moor here. Not very stylish parking. I know. And then we'll unload our horse cage here. Unload cargo. And take the horse out. And we should remove the sickles from her hands so she doesn't start bonking the horse on the head with those. Because we're going to have to tame the horse to get the... Let's put the creature cage back. Did I moor this? I think I did. We have to go as a commander. And then just load that. And now to get the saddle and the bridle and all that good stuff onto the horse, I'm going to have to tame the horse. And we're still leading it. No, we're not. Okay. Now, we had that, the taming grass here. Now let's take those sickles. I thought I had unequipped them already. I guess I didn't. So, tame. Now let's see if anyone is here in the local, by the way. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. And we got it tame right on the first go. Good. So if you're on your own server, like my server is Melody, and you have, or like the server that your deed is on, you can actually brand your horse and you can take the stuff on and off as you like. But now that we're visiting Harmony, we're on another server that my deed is not on, and this requires me to tame the horse to actually put the gear on. So, saddle, onto the torso, then the bridle. So the saddle makes the horse go faster. It also makes the horse like stay in place so it's not going to wander around. Then the horseshoes. Then the lucky horseshoe that I got from Antyrg. And then we need to untame the horse so that the mobs don't attack it. Untame. There. Good. That was... I'm glad there was a little bit of perimeter there that we could actually do that on. And yeah, let's go and have a look around. But before we do, let me just catch up with you guys properly. I want to just find a nice little view here that we can enjoy. Maybe we can just look at this view from here, and I'll catch up with what you guys are saying here in the chat first, because I'm kind of late with the chat as usual. So Antyrg was saying to Loommate, the best way you can explain it is, in most games, you craft as a means to fight better. In a Wurm, fighting is just another gathering skill, so the game isn't built up around fighting, dungeons, raids, etc. that drop gear. There are rifts and unique bosses, continues Antyrg, which players raid, but it's not like WoW raid where you're getting gear, you're mostly getting crafting resources from it, yeah. And hello Ape, welcome on into the stream. And Tuplex, you read quite a few reviews on Wurm Online, and most people just left after a couple of months because the game became so boring and the other players were just so toxic. So I have not met any toxic players. Like, I see toxic players in the forums and in Discord. I haven't yet to meet a toxic player here in the game itself. Then again, I don't go to the PvP servers, so I don't know if it's only there. And also the boring part, that is probably very true, because the thing about Wurm is that for somebody coming from a theme park MMO such as World of Warcraft, that are expecting that kind of game where the game is going to take you along a journey and you follow along to what the game designer planned out for you, they come to this game and there's like, there's nothing to do. What am I supposed to do here? They don't understand that it's a sandbox game. It's not a theme park game. So that is very true. I'm sure that it's very boring for a lot of players who don't understand the nature of this game. Weeby, you played Wurm for years and you're not sure where people find these toxic players, but it's extremely rare to find them. The people calling others toxics are often the ones themselves that are the problem. Yes. Open Cage, welcome on into the stream. The experience can be summarized like this. Type light in chat and press tab. Achaicus says the main thing for Wurm is to get into a player community in a village, or in particular, how to play the game in a Wurm is probably best answered in how you approach it. It's a different experience that you may get in contrast to other games. And Dujansen says, if most players were toxic, I don't think the majority of the players that have played would have played. That there wouldn't have been players. Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. Don't think the majority of the players had player for so many players. I think maybe Dujansen said something, maybe meant to say something differently there. But maybe you meant to say that that there wouldn't be so many players who had played for so long if there were so many toxic people. And Achaicus, I've heard about cases like this that want people to join their village to put them to work as slaves. I've never lived in a village with other people. I've always had my own deeds myself, so I could imagine that could happen, sure. But that could happen in any game that would give you the like tools for it, right? I don't think Wurm is to blame for that just because some player decided to use the game mechanics to enslave other players. How is that Wurm's, fault, that's just a toxic player who's using other players for their own benefit. And again, that could happen in any game where you could technically do that. And Weeby, you've only been in villages on PvP. On PvE, you prefer to make your own deed, but part of an alliance, and you go help when you need it. You don't like people telling you what you can build. 99.9% of all Wurm players are awesome and nice. That's what I've found as well, Weeby. And EQ says, Wurm GMs are amazing, hands down, the best help service in any game you've ever played. And CA Help Channel is amazing also. Never had that in any other MMOs. It's fantastic. And so the CA Help, the Community Assistance Help Channel is indeed quite amazing, guys. I've never seen anything like this in any other MMO. Basically, you have it here. It's right here. CA Help. Now, the turquoise colors are the community assistant people. The white text is just coming from normal players. And you can see that it's now like it's 18:26 right now, my time. And we can see that just in this past half hour or so, if we look at the past half hour, so if it's now almost 6:30, starting at 6 o'clock, so all of these rows here of people asking for help, and people, community assistant people are helping them out, answering their questions. These are all volunteers, these people in turquoise colors. And then if none of them, they're usually around the clock, there's somebody there answering questions. If nobody is there, then other players will help other players in this channel. It is an absolutely fantastic system, and it's just, I have so much love and appreciation and respect for the CA help, like people using their valuable time to help other players is just so fantastic. Yeah, like Weeby was saying, yeah. Hello, Dragon. Welcome on into the stream. Yeah, Tuplex. Well, obviously, Wurm isn't your thing, and like all I'm seeing from you here is like negative comments, really, about Wurm, and you don't feel positively about the game, so that's fair enough. It's not everyone's cup of tea, this game. That is for sure. Like, it is absolutely true that out of 100 players who try this game, 95% of them are probably going to come in and go out again because this is not the game for them. But I can tell you right now that the 5 people who realize that this game is exactly what they've been looking for their entire lives, they're going to be the hardcore Wurmians who stay and stick to this game for years and years and years. So it's not a mainstream game, and it's not meant to be. And I just happen to be one of those types of players that for whom this is like just the perfect game ever. And Parser has mad respect for the devs, the CAs, the moderators. Let me just see what else you guys were saying. And you had a good point here, EQ. You were saying that the majority of people who won't go to see a movie because it got bad reviews, they're the type of people who would rather see the movie and make, or you're the type of person who would rather see the movie and make your own judgment. Same goes for games. Just because 1 million people like a game doesn't mean all will, or that you will. Yeah. Hello, Sirakalut. Welcome on into the stream. And hello, Denali. Welcome on in. And Akakas, you were saying a mayor of a deed has the authority to level a house. I don't think they can touch other players' houses that live on in their village, though, which I think is wrong, by the way. So if you own a bit of land and you've given permissions for somebody to build a house on your land, like let's say you want a villager to live there, some other player, I believe that you as the mayor do not have the right to actually level their house, that they have to be the one that demolishes it. And to me that's kind of wrong, actually. I think that the person who owns the land should have full rights to do whatever they want with their land. But yeah, that's the way it is. So it is protected if you, unless they've changed it, but at least that's how it used to be. And you keep wanting to jump in, Wurm, after playing Valheim, Denali. I know what you mean, yes. And hello there, Vival Diva. Welcome on into the stream. Exploring cities these days is great in Wurm. Let me just turn the UI off so we don't have to look at that. We can just enjoy the beautiful landscape here. Exploring cities these days is great in Wurm with all the new building types. Far cry from the endless wood shacks of early gold. Yeah. So Vival Dival, I guess you must have been playing Wurm for a long time then. And welcome to the stream, by the way. And Akakas, when you began in Wurm, you were learning how things are. You stuck to the starting town. Also, it was shortly after the Steam release, and you went to Cadence. You soloed about a month, got acquainted with someone who seemed pretty cool, went to one of the villages in the Alliance. That mayor eventually moved on, so you went to another village. It wasn't so active, so then you went to another in the Alliance, and that was the hit. And you've been there ever since. Nice! So you finally found your forever home in Wurm. Nice. And you are warmly recommending that people join a village, Akakas, because it helps you learn how to play the game and discover what kinds of things you like. And if you have to find the right people for sure. Myself, I'm very much like a solo kind of person. I like to do things alone without any help, from ground up, from scratch. So for some people who are more social, the village life is probably perfect, but I like to just do it on my own. Hello Drogos, welcome on into the stream. Drogos says that for people who like this type of game, there's no substitute. If people complain about the game being not fun, it's probably just not the game for them. For the rest of us, it's a golden gem. Absolutely. And Dragon says, I think this game is loads of fun and you would like to play with other people who also think the same. Dragon, how's the Wurm Unlimited life going? I knew you were playing that for a while. And Vival Diva, you remember? Oh, the lights came on. You remember a lot of help in the early days, from free food for a newbie to hints or just them being a good sport. Been like that for years too. So you started in 2006. Oh my goodness. That is a long time. Wow. So you started when it first released, like officially. Wasn't it 2006 when it released officially? And Drogos, you agree that the mayor should have full rights. Yeah. Exactly, I agree, Dragon. Yeah, Dragon was saying, I think it's wrong to destroy something that someone else is living in and say built themselves, but also mayors should have all rights because they are paying for the whole place to be available to the people who come in there to live. Um, Yes, okay, I think I finally caught up with the chat, guys. I'm sorry. You guys were very, very chitty chatty today, that is for sure. So let's go on over here. Let's go check this beautiful place out, which seems to be called Delucia. And Delucia, of course, is actually one of my favorite cities in Ultima Online. If anyone played Ultima Online, that would be a very, very familiar name to you. Delucia was down in the Lost Lands, wasn't it? I think it was. So let's just I want to just take this all in, guys. This is so beautifully put together. My goodness. Every little detail, the buildings themselves. Well, let's have just I don't know. I don't know how to do this now. Should we just do a little overall like trot through the city streets first? And then have a closer look at some of the buildings, because man, this is a place I want to like properly explore. So let's just have a little run through the city first, and then I'll properly start to explore. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just start. I don't know. I don't even know where to start here. Let's see about the entrance here. This looks pretty nice. So if we were to go out so there's their wagoner. So if we were to arrive from I guess this is the east. Let me see what this says here. So we're facing east. So if we were to arrive from the west, you would arrive to this kind of gate. And then there's the harbor down there. That is a Delucia Castle. So that's probably something that's still being worked on, because I don't see much of a castle right now, that's for sure. Or is it, maybe it continues over there actually. So this is Bergol's Pottery. So let's see what Bergol's Pottery has going on for it. If I just disembark and just lead this horse around. So we've got, they got a nice little porch area here. Oh, the door is locked. And that door is locked as well, so we can't go and explore further. And this place is called Richter's Schmied, whatever that means. Maybe there's, I think like maybe some German people live here, because that looks like it could be German. And I don't know if the door is open or not. It is, so they're still furnishing, I guess. But I guess there's a whole bunch of people living at this place. And we should go on our horse, because we did take the horse out for that very specific purpose, didn't we? And they've got a little like central like marketplace here where I guess they're selling stuff on their merchant. What are they selling here? Let's see. Just a whole bunch of mallets right now. So nothing much, but maybe some more in the future. We've got, what is this? Salty Spittoon, which sounds very much like an inn. Let's just go in here and see. And I'm a bit rude here. I'm going in with my horse because my horse is not branded to this server, so I just don't want to lose my horse. Because there's the possibility that if for some reason I lose lead of it, and the permissions don't allow me to lead my horse away, it could get stuck here. So this is called Raboni's Mansion, and they've got a beautiful, lovely little terrace area here with their with the chairs and tables. And here is like a pizza here ready to be eaten. Free to use, don't drink and drive. So they're offering, are they offering, let's see what they're actually offering like visitors. Oh, that's probably just for the villagers of the town. So outsiders can't actually access those. They've got like a still over there. They're making alcohol. And let's see what we have over here. So this one is Archon Warrior's house. I guess the access is from the other side. And this is Handel's Kontor, whatever that translates to, I don't know. So it looks like some kind of crafting area. And what is this over here? Trader Warehouse. That's a nice looking building. You can definitely see, guys, in the architecture here that if these are like German people who live in this city, you know, they've got the sort of timber architecture down. They've got really nice designs for their houses here. And for those who don't know much about Wurm, the way houses are built in Wurm is that, so if we compare this to Valheim, for instance, in Valheim you can make lots of little bits and pieces, and there's different rotations. In Wurm, things are like tile based, so you can't make like angular walls or round walls. It's all square, and then walls are, or like a building is built, oh good grief, a building is built, let me just get this expanded again, wall by wall, so you can see me hovering over these walls, wall by wall, floor by floor. So you have a lot of freedom in building, but it's not quite as free as Valheim is. But yeah, you can see that they got a very nice design going on with that house there. And then what do we have? This is the harbor area. Of course, there's our ship waiting for us. They've got some beautiful ships here. So there's many different types of ships in Wurm. And unlike in Valheim, where you build something and it can be broken immediately, in this game the mobs do not attack houses, nor do they attack ships. They only try to attack you. So all of your possessions are free. They're completely 100% safe from mobs, so you don't have to worry about that. What else do we have over here? So this one was Boney's Villa. Boney, that is a familiar name. I think Boney has been hanging out on the stream at some point. That sounds like a familiar name. I'm not sure if it's the same Boney or not. But we've definitely had somebody called Boney in the chat before. That's another like exit from the town. And then we've got the farmlands out here, it seems. They're growing, they've got a grape vineyard, and they've got all, oh, interesting. They've sort of sectioned things off with like those stones. But it looks like nobody's like really farming so much right now. Let's just go see what else we have here. They got their cows living over here. This is Mandrid's Rumpelbood. And that's somebody's house, I guess. And this one is Arsenal. So this is where, is this where all of their like armor and stuff, armor stash, yeah, is over here. And what do we have over here? Some more houses. So this is an example, guys, of like a city that players can build together. This is also somebody's private residence. So in Wurm, you can with a single account, guys, you can build an entire city like this, just you're alone if you feel like it. There's no limit to how large of a city you want to build. You can claim as much or as little land as you like. The only thing that's going to limit you how much land you claim for yourself is basically it's starting to bump into other like other lands, other plots that people own. So you could make a city like this just alone if you wanted to, but this looks like it's having like many different players together, living together in this town, and it's really amazing, like the choices you have. It doesn't force you to play together. You can have the solo lone wolf life if you like, or you can play together with other people. So there, that was the town of Delucia, and if anyone ever does happen to see the video of this Wurm Roulette stream, my compliments to such a beautiful, beautiful city that you guys have built here. It is absolutely fantastic. One of the prettiest cities I've seen, actually. Very, very nice. So let's see. We are right now. We have just. I believe that we are somewhere over here now. And then we are gonna go up through this area. So this mountain here. No, we're over here actually. Delucia is somewhere around here, I think. So this mountain here, let me just see. This mountain is probably this one here. That's right. So Delucia was probably around here somewhere. Yes, and I think that little bay there is probably that one there. And so we're going to pass by this part. We're going to go and I think that mountain there is probably this smaller one right there. We're going to pass through here, pass by the limping troll, the famous limping troll, and then we're going to go park over here somewhere and then head up to the mountains. Yes, that is the plan. And let's just turn off the UI for now. And let's see what you guys were saying. Oh, Contour's office, says Viking, right. Oh, I see. Okay, because Handel is like a composer, so cantor is also a musical term, right? And Loommate, you were asking, how come you're able to open their doors and enter their houses so easily? Are you not able to lockpick them? There's no lockpicking on PvE servers. On PvP servers, you could actually lockpick doors. They have just set the permissions for the door. They're allowing anyone to come over and check it out. They can also have it locked so nobody can get in if they want. So you have full, there's like a very deep permission system in this game. So for instance, if I look at the permissions of my boat, for instance, permissions, manage ship. So the permissions I can set even for the ones for owning land and owning a house, well, especially land, are very, very vast. I can't show those now because we're here on Harmony, but for the ship, for instance, I can decide, you know, can somebody manage this ship? Can they command it? Can they be a passenger? Can they access the hold? Can they drag my ship? Or I can also purposely deny some, and I can also add people. I've added all of my alts here. And Over 60 actually has access to the hold. I'm sorry, Over 60, if you're in the chat. It looks like we did some kind of exchange at some point, and I gave you access to the hold. So I'm gonna have to just remove. Can you actually remove somebody? Does anyone know? Is there a way to remove somebody from the list, or is it just like removing the check marks? There should be a way to remove somebody, right? Because otherwise you could just get an endless list. Let me just ask on the CA help channel. Hello friends, is there a way to remove people from people you've added to give custom permissions in things like boats and houses? Remove people from the list of peeps you've added to give custom permissions like boats and houses. Let's see what they answer. So even older players like myself sometimes have questions like this. Yeah. And looks like they're making a beautiful marble bridge here. That is very, very impressive. Very beautiful. There's still it's still under construction, it seems. And let's just see if they answer here in a bit. And hello there, Rix Martino. Welcome on into the stream. You need to grind skills to build stuff. Well, of course, you know, as a new player, you're able to build some basic things to get started. You can, as a new player, you can literally build your first house within a few hours if you want. Let's see what they're saying here. Oh, I see. Shadow's answer. Thank you. And let's just check the boat now, because we removed all the check marks from over 6C. Permissions, manage ship, and over 6C is not here anymore. Okay, so it was automatically removed. Thank you very much, Shadow. That solved the issue perfectly. There we go. So there's an example, guys, of using the CA help channel. You can see how quickly people help you out here. And everyone, so the CA help person themselves knew the actual proper answer, but other players were trying to give like suggestions. They probably didn't understand what I was really talking about. But Shadow, the official like CA help person, they knew exactly what I was talking about. They gave me the correct answer here. And so yeah, there more people are asking questions, but that's just an example of how cool that CA help channel is for new players in this game. Like I don't know, does any other game have such a thing? You go to ask for help on a general chat in World of Warcraft, and you're just going to get a whole bunch of people like laughing at you basically for the most part. So it's really nice, that system. And I'm going to catch up with the chat here. That's true, Dragon. That is true. That, of course, another restriction for how large your land is of course how much money you're wishing to, you're willing to dish out. Because of course, the costs for a plot can get very, very big very quickly if you expand it to be too large. Absolutely, you're spot on about that. I did forget to kind of mention that. Yeah, that's so true. So now, is that the limping troll over there? There's the limping troll over there. That's right. That's Michio's place over there. Yes. So he has a tavern over there. Limping troll, and now we have to actually turn north. So the starter.
Hello, my name's Brian. That's my brother Adam.
Wait. I think we're on the wrong stream.
So the starter town is probably over there. We'll go and park somewhere here, I think, and just check out what we can find. There are the mountains that we're going to tackle, guys. We're going to climb those mountains, believe it or not. There looks like there's a harbor over here. Maybe we can go park our ship at the harbor. And Torquil Noble, hello, welcome on into the stream. So this is what you were talking about yesterday. Yes, welcome on in. We have we're visiting the server of Harmony. So in Wurm, all the servers look different. They're, you know, like in most other MMOs, if you go to another server, it's an identical server, right? But in Wurm, actually all servers are completely different, and you can just sail over with your ship to other servers to check out what's going on there. And you can go on hunting trips if you want to go looking, if you want to go like chopping down trees or hunting for animals or raiding abandoned deeds. You can take your ship, go look for stuff, bring it back with you. So let's just go see here where we're going to park our ship. Maybe there's a little bit of a peninsula there. Here's a harbor we can park at. And hello, Angel Hottie. Welcome on into the stream. Good to see you. Oh, I stream Wurm every Tuesday. Don't you worry about that, Angel. Yes, I know I've been streaming a lot of Valheim lately, but Wurm is my, it's my love. So I stream this on Tuesdays. Every single Tuesday we do the Wurm Roulette. So let me just slow down the ship here, and this time we'll try and like park a little bit more stylishly than last time, so that we don't have to be an eyesore for anyone who comes along. Let's just park the Gnar right here and moor it right there. And Horsey is with us. Yes, the horse was swimming after us behind the boat. So this place is called the Caucasia is the name of this little town. So it looks like they have a boathouse over here. They're in the process of building they have an unfinished cedar wood cog that they're building. So you can build many different types of boats in this game. They have different speeds, they have different amounts of inventory that you can put into them. Like for instance, my boat here, you can see that I've got a whole bunch of crates and pottery amphoras and barrels and stuff, and you can literally fit like thousands and thousands of items in your ship. It's not like the inventory is not a problem in this game at all, like at all. Let's see what else we have here. And Viking says the permission system is so deep you can get lost in it. Absolutely. I should probably mark on the map where my boat is, by the way. Well, I'll remember. I probably will remember, but let's just mark it anyhow. So somewhere around here. Boat. There. And it is, let's check what time it is right now. It is now 21 in the evening, so 9 o'clock p.m. in the evening. So the sun, the moon is out, the sun has gone down already. So it's going to be a little bit dark now to look at what's going on here. But basically, we need to start finding those mountains. And let me just check what else you guys were saying here in the chat. Hello, Factional Fight. Welcome on into the stream. So Factional, you were saying that you can check the deny all, then apply changes. Yeah, the problem was that I wanted to have them removed completely from the list. Ooh, this is a nice little highway that's going on here. I just wanted them to be removed from the list completely, but the answer we got in the CA help channel was to remove all the check marks. Then they will automatically, the next time you look at that, they will not be there anymore. And let me just check one little thing here. Let me just look at the map here quickly. So Dragon, you were saying that I wish I could come and visit you, but actually, Dragon, you're way up here. I think that's your spot up there, and we're over in this area. So my Wurm Roulette streams, the point of them, so let me just make something very clear for everyone, because I think there's some confusion from time to time. The point of the Wurm Roulette streams is never to go to particularly like visit somebody. The point is for the marker to land. Let's just open the map here. The point of Wurm Roulette is that the marker lands on a random spot, and we go and see what is over there, and we try and reach that exact point. And whoever deeds we happen to see along the way, we just happen to see. So I've had people like requesting that, oh, Cats, please, when you're having Wurm Roulette, please come and visit me here and there and there. But that's not the point of Wurm Roulette. That's like a whole different stream. that's a kind of stream where you like set up like meetings with different players to go and visit their deeds. I think actually, doesn't Bloody Drongo do that on his streams?
Cats? How did we get onto your stream?
Oh, must be logic.
So let's say I was having some other type of worm stream, or maybe I had a different series of streams where, you know, I take requests from people. Please come and visit me and show off my deed on your stream. I would love for people to see my deed, and I understand the mentality behind that, and I can understand how thrilling that would be to have your deed like shown off on the stream. But that is a whole different other like set of streams. So. Yeah, I don't take requests for the Wurm Roulette streams, I'm afraid. Now, if somebody just happens to be here, like happens to be nearby, so for instance, the couple of weeks ago, and a couple of weeks ago we were on Harmony at that point also. So our destination was this one. And then Taiki mentioned that, oh, that's just in my neighborhood. And then I asked her specifically that, hey, Taiki, whereabouts do you live? And then she gave the location of her place. And I said, you know, I volunteered to come and check out her place. She wasn't even online at the time. She wasn't in the game at the time. But I wanted to go and check out her place because it happened to be in the neighborhood. That's kind of like a special case, but that's not like the norm or the standard. And that's something that I'm going to like. That's something that I'm going to like volunteer to do. So I don't take requests, I'm afraid. And let's just see. I think we found the mountains right here. And let's go and have a look at that. And it's getting very, very dark now. Let me just also catch up with what you guys are saying. Let's see if this road will lead us up to the mountain. Let's try and get up on top of the mountains as well. Somebody has a little farmland area here. Oh, it looks like the fences have kind of like broken down already. Maybe it's an abandoned place. And let me see where we left off with the chat. Hello, Tipsy Troll Tavern. Good to see you. Welcome on into the stream. Yeah, and Dujon, so you were trying to tell me that it won't show up next time, right? Yeah, I didn't notice it in time. And Parser, you were also saying it'll just fall off the list once you uncheck everything. Yeah, I didn't realize it because I hadn't like reopened the window at that time. There's a nasty old like spider over there, and there's a abandoned house that seems to be decaying. You know what, guys? Do you know what I forgot to take? I forgot to take some tar, so she doesn't have her lantern working. Let me see. Well, let me just check. I might have some tar in my inventory. Let's see. Tar. Let's just double check here as well. No, I don't have any tar. Let's keep our eyes peeled for any tar tiles. And it could be that this abandoned house might even have... oh, I don't have my weapons equipped. It might be that the abandoned house has some tar. Let's see. It will look through. We'll rifle through those crates and just see. And let's take down this hellhound. Always these nasty hellhounds on my case. And Tipsy, you should come back to Wurm and build your Tipsy Troll Tavern so we can all have a drink together. Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome, yes. And Vival Diva says, Wurm is ludicrously in-depth. You're still getting lost in it, especially with skills you're not too experienced with. Food recipe system is nuts if you want to get in deep. Absolutely. It is quite incredible, the whole food system and cooking system in the game for sure. And yeah, Dragon, you were giving me permissions. That's very kind. Just make sure not to give any like too deep permissions. Like if you want to give me permissions to sort of like snoop around your place if I happen to go by your place, that's fine. But yeah, I'm not comfortable with having like too deep permissions on anyone's place, you know. But yeah, thank you for that. And if the Wurm Roulette does happen to, if it does happen to come around this area sometime, let me just see on the map. It could be that we've already explored this area, I'm afraid. But here's what we'll do, Dragon. If the marker lands on this area someday, we'll come by your place, which is right over here. We'll come and visit it at that point. Let's see if there's any. There's just wood here. Is there any tar? No tar here. And let's just see if we can find some tar tiles so that I could fuel my lantern. There seems to be a nice city down there. I like the green color that you can see on the lamps. So you can dye the lamps here in the game. Just reading what you guys were saying here earlier on. And a free bed? Nice. Thank you, Dragon. Second floor between the ladder and the stairs. Thank you very much. Someday, yes. Good afternoon, Cybrax. Welcome on into the stream. Yes, that's right. Just random. A kick. Is something hitting you, cats? Boney TV, hello. Hey, you're just the person I wanted to talk to, Boney. Do you by any chance live in Delucia? Do you live in Delucia? This is my burning question. Thank you very much, Dragon. That's very kind. I shall definitely, if we're in the area, we'll come and visit Hotel Excelsior. Thank you very much. And Vival Diva asks, are sickles actually good weapons? You have never actually tried them. You know, Vival, I was using just a sword and shield before with Malena, and then I moved on to a silver staff, and then I saw some PvP guys talking about dual sickles, and I've tried them with Safarina. I've been using them from the start, and they've been okay. They're not too bad. I think it was Du Jensen who said once that they're supposed to be the fastest like damage per second on the that they're very fast weapons. Yeah. So Boney, we just visited Delucia. I was just going on and on. We just visited, and I saw a house called Boney, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's the same Boney that hangs out on the stream. Yes, we visited Delucia. It was so amazing, that city. So Boney, is that a village of, are you mostly German people there? Because I saw a lot of German names there. What an amazing city that is. You're going to have to check the VOD of the stream later on. Hey, there's some crates over there. I wonder if those might have some tar in them. What a beautiful city Delucia is. And it must be, oh, is that a champion? Remember, guys, when we were trying to, like, tame the champion wolf last time? But this is just, oh, there's a bear after us as well. We're just going to kill these guys off so they don't bother us. Yeah. Very nice. So is it inspired from the Ultima Online Delucia? Do you know? Because I was talking about how Delucia is my favorite city in Ultima Online, in the Lost Lands. Parser says, sickle, highest DPS one-handed weapon. There are higher DPS two-handed weapons. Oh, I see. Right, right. So it's just the name, says Ran. Hello, Ran. Good to see you. so what's the radial dial in the top that keeps coming up in combat? So this is just basically showing the direction that you can hit. So for instance, I try to always aim up to their head because apparently that does like a lot of good damage. You can also defend yourself in different directions as well. So the game will tell you what direction that, you know, a bear is about to like claw you in your left shoulder. So then maybe you would defend up to the left. Let's see if there is any tar here. No tar there. So this is an abandoned place. There's just nothing here that we would need though. So we're gonna have to actually find, we'll have to find ourselves, and we should probably, I want to actually butcher that bear, to see, also the wolf, to see if we can get some bear furs for making like a bear rug from. Let's just get rid of this nasty old spider first. So now I aimed upwards towards the head. And then you can see from the spider, if I understand this correctly, it's aiming upwards, so I could defend from the top. So the little icons will change, the directions will change, I believe. Right now it's just aiming upwards. What does it say in the combat log? Yeah, the aged huge spider bites you hard in the head and irritates it. So you're able to defend to the top, to protect your head. So it's kind of like, it's kind of an interesting system. And it is a German player city, says Boney. And Ran is also from Delusha. Right, Ran. So you both live there. Oh, my compliments to you guys. It is such a nice place. I really, really enjoyed looking at that place. And hello there, Axer. Welcome on into the stream. What is this all about? So, Axer, you were in one of my Valheim streams, weren't you? I think I saw your name in one of the Valheim streams. So, did we get a fur? We did. Brown bear fur. We're going to grab that. We can make a bear rug out of that. We can also grab... Do I want to take the bear meat? Maybe. There is a tooth as well. So here's something cool, guys, that in Wurm, all of these items in my inventory, they're actually they have actual 3D models. So we just butchered this bear. We got a fur, we got some meat, and we also got a tooth. And even this little tooth has a 3D model. So if I just grab that from the bear, and we can now just bury him, because we might get a little bit of silver from burying him, actually. But I'll show you guys, and I'm sorry that's a bit dark. I didn't take any tar with me to fuel my lantern with. But if we just place this bear tooth here on the ground, it's right there. I know you can barely see it. Let me just zoom in here. Can you just see the tooth there? So they all have 3D items in Wurm, which I think is just so amazing. I think it's crazy. And you can also, I wonder if this guy might give an eyeball. The eyeballs are pretty funny. So let's butcher this guy now. So Axer, I'm thinking that you were in one of my Valheim streams. So this is a Sandbox MMO called Wurm Online. It is the main game that I have been playing for 7.5 years. And yeah, this is the one MMO that I never get tired of. So from the wolf we got a fur also. We can make a rug out of that guy. We also got some bear or some wolf fat that we can make candles out of. And we also got some meat, but I don't need the fat, so we're going to just leave that there, and we're going to bury this guy. Okay, I guess huzzah! Invasion from Boney TV's village into Cat stream. And hello, Wolfmare. Good to see you. Hearts from the spiders also have a nice model. Oh, do the hearts from the spiders have a different model than the normal heart, Wolfmare? Or is it like out of the wild animals that it's only the spiders that drop the hearts? Maybe that's the case. Let's see. There was I mean, didn't we just kill a spider over here? Let's see. Where did that spider go? And I should grab a little... Drink from the well, maybe? Let's just drink some water. Good. Yeah, I don't know where the corpse for the spider went, but we'll check the next time that we kill a spider. Yeah, 7 years. 7.5 years to be exact. Yeah, and so my background with MMOs is that my first MMO love was Ultima Online, and I played that for 13 years, loved it to death, but then I eventually stopped playing it. And here's the mountains, by the way, that we're going to climb today, guys. We're going to climb this mountain right here. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? That we're going to climb that today? Yes. We'll go to the very tippy peak of that mountain over there. So the hearts are from spiders and lava fiends and the rift mobs, right? There's a unicorn to the left there. But we're just going to let that be. The unicorns are pretty cool. Apparently if you tame one and ride it, it is one of the faster mounts in the game. But I don't have animal taming. And lots of mobs around here. There's an old black bear. There's an aged hellhound. I'm going to just leave these guys alone for now. Because we have some exploring to do. And let's keep our eyes peeled. If anyone sees tar, please shout out, because I need some tar to fuel my lantern. There's another hellhound. Man, those hellhounds are all over the place. So what do we have over here? Is this another abandoned house? No, this seems to be up and running. Or I'm not sure. Let's see is this like a deed? This is within the village of Lemon Glade. That's a lovely name for a city or a town or a little like homestead. Lemon Glade, I like that. Yeah, and there's a lot of lemon trees around here. And the trees, by the way, the trees and the bushes, they produce fruits and nuts, maple syrup, olives. They all have different seasons, so Wurm has different seasons. We're right now, I think we're in the summer season in Wurm right now. And then the sheep, you can shear them for their wool, of course. If I had a pair of scissors, I could literally cut the wool off that sheep there. And here, no, the mountain is over there that we have to get to, yes. There's some cherry trees. That's probably what I meant, Tuxie, yeah. And hello there, Oofy. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, you can combine, I think it was 60-something hearts to make a gigantic heart. I do have that in my craziest Wurm thing. The craziest things you can do in a Wurm video. I display that. Can you make it up that mountain with the horse, asks Ekekas. Well, we're going to have to mountain climb, of course. It's too steep for the horse, but we'll lead the horse behind us. No problem. Dragon, you can send a ball of tar. It will get to us in like 10 minutes. I don't know if there's like a mailbox around here. It's no worries though, Dragon, no worries. I'm sure we'll find like a tar tile. I do have a shovel with me. So if we happen to, you know what, we're gonna look for a tar tile now. Before we go up the mountain, just because I want to have a lantern lit so we're not in the darkness. I'm pretty sure we can find a tar tile pretty quickly here. And the cows, there's a cow over there. The cows you can milk for their milk, and you can make cheese and butter and cream from the milk. And ice cream you can make in the game, many different flavors of ice cream. There's a troll, by the way. Here's the Wurm version of a troll. That's a venerable troll. I don't want to deal with him though. They're just as nasty in this game as they are in Valheim. So let's see, tar. Black tiles is what we're looking for. I think I need to zoom in a bit because it's quite annoying when the branches are sort of getting in the way here. And you can also ride bears, by the way. If you tame bears, you can ride them. It is so dark. We have to find. And crocodiles are very cool. I haven't, I've done it in Wurm Unlimited. If you tame a crocodile, you can ride the crocodile, and it will also, you can use it as a boat. So you can actually take it into the water and sail the seas with a crocodile. And it goes relatively quickly as well. Like, it goes as quickly as a rowing boat does, actually. That's one of my like bigger goals in the game, is I want to get into the animal taming someday, to be able to tame a crocodile and go riding around with it in the water and sail the seas. Imagine, guys, if we did a Wurm Roulette with a crocodile. How cool would that be, huh? So there is a mailbox over there. Oh, you sent me some tar, Dragon. Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna, since we did find a mailbox, thank you very much. We'll just wait for that to arrive then. Thank you very much for that. In 10 minutes, okay. So yeah, you can send letters, you can send books, you can send parcels, you can buy and sell stuff to other players by agreeing upon something and then sending them with a COD to them through the mail. It's pretty cool. Yeah, even feta cheese, says Wolfmare, that's right. And we got this guy killed. Let's just butcher him as well. So it's about 40 or 45 for taming crocodiles, says Ufi. Right. And I can, while we're waiting for the mail to arrive, guys, since I have my desktop here, I'm sharing my desktop, you know what we'll do is we shall look at the video where I'm showing you riding on a crocodile and the giant heart as well. So if we just Google craziest worm, we can probably find the video here right from the get-go. And let me just mute that quickly, and I'll show you guys what we're talking about. Just wait for this ad to go by. So let's see, where should we go here? There's the heart, at least. I don't know why it's been so it's been really slow for me. YouTube has been super slow for me today. It's been like stuttering. I don't know what's going on though. Has anyone else been having problems watching YouTube videos today? Like, normally I don't have any problems whatsoever, but it's been really weird today. Look at this, guys. This is not normal. And Parser, your in real life wife likes to travel around killing trolls and worm as community service to make travel safe. Aw, she just likes whacking the mobs better than anything else. And Dragon, you're also experiencing some lag in YouTube. Yeah, this is very strange. Let me see if I just lower the settings here. I don't think it should be that though. There's something weird definitely going on here. Let me just try reloading. The ads come up just fine, but then the video doesn't. Yeah, that's not normal though. Factional fight, it's a ploy to get you to hit the refresh and watch another ad. I wonder, yeah, it almost feels like that. We get the start. Okay, here, let me just get the quality back up. No. That's the speed. Go to the quality. Yeah, it's not liking the higher quality. Very weird. And I have a very fast internet as well. I've got 250 for the download on my internet connection, so that's not the issue. So if we go to a lower quality, let's see. And then just, God, this is weird, guys. The 10 minutes are going to go by just like trying to struggle with this bloody YouTube. Okay, let's let it go here. So this gigantic heart. Oh God! What's going on? Oh, annoying. Very strange. Let me just look at, I'm gonna look at my task manager and see if, so performance, Ethernet is really at the peak there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Very weird. Anyhow, anyhow. The crocodile. Let's see if we can get to this spot. So here we go. Sailing the seas with the crocodile. And I'm sorry the quality is a bit lower now. It's so choppy. It's so weird. But you can see it's almost going the same speed as the rowing boat. Oh, well, you saw... I'm not going to bother with this bloody video anymore, guys. But you saw a little clip of that. And hello there, Rush. Welcome on into the stream. Is it the browser cache? Could force a cleaning of the cache, or just like the shift refresh. Yeah, I don't know. There's something weird going on though, because I don't have these problems like ever. Wolfmare says probably downloading an update. Downloading in the background. There isn't any downloading going on. I'm not seeing any update, Windows update going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And Tuxie, you tried it before. It was so slow, totally useless. Oh, like riding on a crocodile, really? Did that crocodile have speed traits? Gosh, I don't remember. Thank you for the follow, Rush. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I don't... Tuxie, so I spawned it as a GM on Wurm Unlimited. I don't know if I made 5 speeds for it. I don't think so. I don't think I would have like realized to do that actually. Crocodiles can go faster than the sailboat unless there's a good wind, says Uffy, but yeah, but of course the wind doesn't have any effect on the rowing boats though. And Rush, you just got Wurm Unlimited 3 days ago on a private server. Nice. Glad to see some streamers doing Wurm. Yeah, there's not very many of us, but there are a few here actually in the chat that you might want to follow, Rush. So Tuxie and Drogos, they have their own channel. Let me just get their link here. So we've got let's see, Druxy is their channel. Let's just put that down there. Then we've got, of course, Factional Fight Brothers here in the chat. They're absolutely worth watching. They stream on Sundays. Let's see who else we have. Let me just look. Oh, we have, of course, Viking is here. Viking also streams Wurm sometimes. Then let's see who else we have in the chat here. Zehtran, I think, was popping in earlier on. I think he was here also. Might still be hanging out. Yeah, I think that's it for the Wurm streamers from my list right now, yeah. But yeah, go give those people a follow. And at least the Factional Fight Brothers, they stream every Sunday usually. And let's see if we're going to get the message here about the mail arriving in a bit. And let me just scroll back a bit and see what else we had here in the chat. Depends on how much your son is hogging the net. Yeah, Viking, I don't think he knows not to do any downloads. I mean, I could check. I could ask him. But, you know, we're not going to watch any more YouTube videos, so it's fine. Factional Fight says possibly streaming is taking up a lot of bandwidth. But we've looked at YouTube videos before on stream. It hasn't been a problem before. Taylor's downloading cat videos in the background. No. And Akega says, I think a croc does require speed traits to be faster than a one person in a rowboat. Oh, we got our mail. Yay, thank you very much, Dragon. We got ourselves some tar. Oh, we have to check for mail and receive and send. Oh, we got some tar. Thank you very much. That is going to last us for a long time. Now we can fuel the lantern. Phil, that's a lantern that Elminster gave me one time. Let's just light that. And now we should have a source of light. That's much better. Thank you very much, Dragon. And I'm going to actually, Dragon, I'm going to send the rest of it over back to you because it's going to weigh me down when I do the mountain climbing. And I only needed it enough for this Wurm Roulette stream. So let me just send this over to you. I think it was Oriana, wasn't it? Oriana. And send. And send. And there it goes. Thank you very much. So, let's head up to the peak of this mountain. Yes, that's the goal. And the ultimate goal, by the way, is that... so where we are right now is that we're somewhere in this area, and we need to get to the peak of these mountains, and then we're going to go over the mountains down into this valley and see what it looks like down there. So that's the goal. And Dragon, of course, Dragon, of course, streams also from time to time. Oh, Akagus, you meant to say that it does not require a speed trait for a croc to pass a one-person rowboat, right? Yeah, you know what we could try it sometime, Akagus, is we could try actually having a look at Wurm Unlimited and just doing some tests with a GM character in Wurm Unlimited sometime. And I could, because with a GM character in Wurm Unlimited, you can of course control the traits and everything, and we could do some tests just for the heck of it and see. Because of course that's not anything secret, anyone can make a Wurm Unlimited server and do those tests, right? And it doesn't necessarily reflect on the way the game is balanced in Wurm Online, although most of the stuff probably is quite similar to how Wurm Online runs, but there might be differences, but we don't know. And Rush says, I do think updated guides could be appreciated on YouTube. The last you've seen are 5 years ago from Moot, which, Moot's tutorials are fantastic. I know the one, the Moot Red, yes. He has like tons and tons and tons and tons of tutorials. Yeah, his tutorials are absolutely fantastic. I think he was doing those in Wurm Unlimited, wasn't he? So, is there any mobs after us right now? And there is a meteorite, copper one. I'm not gonna bother with that one right now. Oh, okay, that crocodile definitely wants some action. So, let's just take this guy down first and try and aim for his head. Ufi says that Wurm Unlimited has a lot of small details that are different, though. Right. Oh, I see, Tuxi. So you decided to stop streaming, but Drogo sometimes does it on his own channel. I see. Yeah, Achaicus, yeah, Viking does have a stream. Yeah, that's how I met Viking, because I was playing, let me just go down here. I was playing, Elite Dangerous, and, I was playing Elite Dangerous, and I was trying to learn how to play the game, and then I was looking at some Elite Dangerous streams, and I found Vikings just by pure chance. And there's also, by the way, a bear after us, but let's take down the croc first, and we'll just use focus a bit. And yeah, that's where I met him, and the rest is history. So Uffy, you just got into Wurm Online today? You've been playing Wurm Unlimited for a while, right? And Rush, you wish that there were some mods to add Unlimited, to make Wurm Unlimited look a little bit nicer with the trees, yeah. Yeah, of course, the latest graphical updates to Wurm are not in Wurm Unlimited, sadly. And these graphics remind you of EverQuest, so fond of that for your first MMO. Well, I know some people in this channel love EverQuest, like EQ, of course, and Factional Fight Brothers talk about EverQuest quite a bit. I dabbled very quickly with EverQuest 1 and 2, but I was mostly an Ultima Online player back in those days, so I didn't really get far with that. And Uffy says, it's really weird to think that you started out in Wurm Unlimited. It's easier to build timber-framed houses, but on Wurm Online it's easier to build planks, since planks aren't 100% even at 20 skill. Interesting difference for sure. And let's see if we can get an eyeball from one of these guys. I really want to show you guys the eyeballs, because they're pretty funny. And Uffy, you were playing Anarchy Online instead of EQ. Oh, I played a lot of Anarchy Online, and thank you for the follow, by the way. I loved Anarchy Online. I even had like a little website for it. Check it out. Andrea.net and /AO. So it's a little bit outdated, the size of it, because I was making this back in, you know, early 2000s. But I have here like screenshots and stories, and then I also made a map, by the way, and I think this has been like copied to some other sites. I made this kind of Wampa map, and then I also made a grid map, and I've seen this. They have credited me on the places that they made. They copied these two. They're probably completely outdated these days, but yeah, I was hard into Anarchy Online. It was a fantastic, fantastic game. So much atmosphere, and the soundtrack is so great. It's such a good match for the game, like that sort of ominous, like it's a lonely, desolate feeling in the game, and yet at the same time it's you know what, guys, we're gonna have to throw actually all of this stuff away. You know why? Because our first priority is actually to climb the mountain. Thank you for the follow, Gunheads. Welcome on into the stream. So I'm just going to throw this all on the ground. I do have a lot of this stuff back at home, but it's going to weigh me down. So I'm going to just throw all of these furs and stuff right onto the ground, actually, because we want to go as light as possible. I do not want to be weighed down. So yeah, unfortunately, maybe some new player will find these and will be able to make use of those. We could put that charcoal there as well. Yeah, okay, so and now I saw the screen kind of freeze there for a moment. I think somebody was complaining about that in the beginning of the stream, and I saw that same thing now, by the way. We also want to heal ourselves. Let's heal all of these wounds that we got going on here before we go, because we want our stamina bar to be the fullest that it can go. It was before its time, it sure was, yeah. You think you managed quality 130s into your Subway Twink? Man, I don't remember the quality levels at all. I had a bureaucrat, that was my favorite character. I liked the pet, like, the pet classes in that game. And some of you played Final Fantasy. Oh, you got a rare plank, Rush. Nice. The pet classes in that game were nutty, says Ufi. Yeah. Oh man. The soundtrack, guys. Do you remember the atmosphere? Oh, first of all, do you remember getting your very first Yamaha? Your very first Yamaha ship and being able to take up into the skies and fly around and listen to the soundtrack? Ooh, the atmosphere of that was amazing. The only thing one of the things I hated about Anarchy Online though was the constant sub-server borders that you had to find the right way to get to the other parts of the land. You couldn't just freely run around. That was super annoying, but of course, you know, they had to optimize the game as much as they could, so what could you do, right? So here we go, up the mount. Oh, 2 spiders, good grief. So I guess we're gonna have to take care of those spiders first. Ugh. I don't think I ever tried a monk myself. And Ufi, you spent thousands of dollars on Anarchy Online. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if they would remake Anarchy Online, I would play that in a heartbeat. You spent like 14 billion credits outfitting your free-to-play fixer. Nice. Yeah, I'm using sickles, that's right. We were just talking about those earlier on. Somebody was asking so are they good weapons? And I just saw the PvP people were talking about them, so I decided to try. If they would have fixed the worst parts but kept it the stuff that did work. Do you guys remember going to the nightclubs? The nightclubs. I think I have some nightclub screenshots here. Let's see. Clubbing. And then there was the radio station that they had as well. Oh man, the graphics are so clunky from back then. Well, I probably had very low settings because my computer was so crappy, but oh man, I remember getting shopping for the nicest outfits to go clubbing with everyone on Saturday nights. Yeah. It was good old times in Anarchy Online. I miss those. The atmosphere in that game was completely unique. I've never found another MMO that had that exact atmosphere that Anarchy Online had. I still often listen to we actually have some Anarchy Online songs, I think, on this playlist as well, by the way. So now you might be wondering, Cats, how the hell are you going to get up this mountain, right? Because it's steep, you're going to start to run out of stamina. Look at that stamina just draining as we're climbing this thing. So to be able to climb, so if I'm not climbing, if I go out of climbing mode, I'm just going to, I literally can't get up, right? But then you have this thing in Wurm called climbing. So you go into climbing mode, right over here. I have a keybind for it, and you start climbing, but the problem is that your stamina starts to drain. So how the heck are we going to get up this mountain, you may ask? Oh, well, I have an answer to that. I sure do. So we've got some booze. We got some beautiful, beautiful vodka that Viking so kindly provided to us when the stream started. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take our HP bar over here next to the booze, and I've got got some vodka here in a measuring jug, and then we've got another measuring jug. You can set the measurements to different amounts, and I've got it set to 1 gram, so it's only going to use 1 gram of vodka at a time, and we're going to start drinking this as we go up. So I'm just going to walk, and I'm going to drink, and I'm going to walk and drink. Just drink, drink, drink. And you can see the stamina goes up. Slowly but surely. There. And now we got to a patch of grass, so we can just go normally at this point. And also, yeah, let's go up here. Let's sort of look around and see if there's like any mobs that we need to take care of before we start climbing again. People, Diva, how do I climb this mountain? Vodka, of course. Yes, more spiders to take care of. That's right, Kalania, you asked the golden question. That's right. Parser, don't try this at home, kids. Kats is a trained professional at walking and drinking. Absolutely. Oh, I don't know, Iffy. I don't. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if it's a wise thing to have like another like an offhand sickle. I just think that it looks badass, and I've been pretty happy with how these have performed. Like I compare it directly to my silver staff that I have on Malena on Xanadu. So and it's performing pretty well in comparison. These are silver sickles, by the way. They do have life transfer on them, so they will transfer HP from the mobs to myself. But yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. Like I didn't see, I was completely out of stamina, and still I was able to take down that spider just fine. Yeah, yep, that'll do it. That's right. 10% hunter bonus plus the life transfer. And I have similar, like the staff I have with Malena is silver also, but it doesn't have life transfer. It has the other one that has similar qualities to life transfer, so it's not quite as strong with the life transfer element to it. Let's take down these guys. Oh, I can't see a bloody thing. Let me just zoom in a bit. So Rush, you're at the part where you're trying to figure out the highest priority to do after your house is built, storage and boxes, and I'm guessing, Rush, you've already replaced all your newbie tools with like proper tools, right? You've made a forge. Have you made have you gotten yourself some animals? Have you set up some crops yet? Have you made yourself an altar? Have you gotten yourself are you a follower of Vinora so you can get higher skill gain? You've made yourself a bed yet? There's lots of things you sort of have to do during those first during the first days and weeks. There's a whole checklist of stuff that is good to take care of. No animals? Yeah, because you gotta wanna go and like catch some like sheep. The wool now from the sheep, you can use it to heal just like you can cotton, by the way. And there is a troll over there. We definitely want to take care of this guy before we go up the mountain. There's a baby troll though, so everything has, well, it's not really a baby, it's an old one, but everything has like an age in this game. So the trees, the mobs, the grass, everything has an age. So I wonder if I should take down probably the wolf first, actually. Get this out of the way so it's not like interrupting me. Then, oh, it paused again, by the way. So that is happening to me as well today for some reason. So you made your bed, Rush. Good, good, good. That's so important to get the sleep bonus. Do you have a little... I would recommend becoming a follower of Vinora and getting the little Vinora like altar going. So once you're a follower of Vinora, you can make your own altar from wood or from stone, and you're going to get even higher skill gain There's a big troll down there. Aged champion troll. Oh no. I hope it doesn't find me when I go mountain climbing, because I will not be able to manage against that guy. Let's take down this this bear actually before we do the troll also. Yeah, and another thing, so you got your bed, check. So if we think about the things that you're going to want for like higher skill gain, you got your bed, that's good. You should become a follower of Venora, so that you can get the Venora altar and get higher skill gain. You should start looking into making yourself affinity foods. So again, you can get more like skill boosts. And I have some websites I can recommend for figuring out how to make affinity foods if anyone is interested. So I'm quite damaged here. I wonder if I have any bad wounds yet. Healing well. They're all healing well. They're all healing well. Okay. So no bad wounds yet. Let's keep on focusing. Might want to pull it to the tower guards. Actually, I wonder if the tower guards... Yeah, or I think we're probably a little bit too far from the champion to the tower guards. Yeah, and actually, you know what's kind of interesting is that that's a good point, Dragon. So what's interesting is that you don't have to yourself be close to the tower for the guards to hear you. The mob has to be close to the tower for them to notice it. Do we have anything else attacking? No. I need to go heal, guys. This is getting a little bit dicey now. There's a greenish brown bear. Let's see if we can use this brown bear to heal up, because the life transfer is going to heal me. Yeah, let's use this bear to heal. And I know that sounds weird, but the life transfer will transfer the the HP from this bear to myself. So if we just watch, if we just put these side by side and we watch the damage start to come to the bear, it should transfer to my body. I just don't have any stamina at all right now, so I'm probably not able to hit it very well. Now I have like 0 stamina, but let's see how we do. Is there anything else after us? No. So now we got some damage here. Let's see if it starts to load up or take away the damage from here. There, see? It's healing now. Oh no, I thought that was a troll. So Rush, you're 57 years old in real life, and I'm 52, so we're about the same age. You're a few years older than I am. And long grinds are not foreign to you, that's right. Yeah, we know what the games were like back in the 90s and the late 80s, right? That was, oh, I'm doing pretty badly right now, actually. Ouchie, ouchie. I'm gonna have to go and properly heal. There's just no way about it. Yes, I think the reason is because she doesn't have any stamina right now, so she just can't do very much damage. Let's see if we go over here. Use some cotton quickly on our body. She's quite good at healing at this point. And Rush, very much appreciated to have folks that have a good grasp of this game to learn from. Okay, because just when we thought we could be the oldest KatsPurrian, just when we thought you could be the oldest KatsPurrian here, you beat me by a year. Yeah, we have a lot of older folks here who watch my channel, because of course, you know, we are sort of like-minded in a lot of things. You're all youngsters, says Wolfmare. And Rush, you were saying that I hope with COVID a new resurgence of new players helps grow the Wurm community. Yeah, I mean, now of course with people having to be at home, I'm imagining that all the online stuff is probably doing really, really well. You know, games and of course Netflix and all that stuff. And Tipsy says there was somebody, a streamer, who was only playing Valheim with their feet. Oh my God! How could you ever do that? You have to be you have to be able to react so quickly in that game. That's nuts. Yeah. So just coming back here to the discussion of what to do next. So after you've got the sort of stuff sorted that's going to make your skill gain go higher faster, it is a good idea to get some wemp and cotton crops, and also some crops for like just basic food, like just potatoes would be enough at this point. You don't have to make fancy meals at this point. All you really need to keep yourself like fed is some meat and some vegetables, and potatoes or corn are just fine for that when you're just starting out. But definitely you want to have some cotton growing so that you can heal yourself. Like I just healed myself with this cotton, and that of course was a lifesaver that I had the cotton with me. You just whenever you leave home, never leave home without some cotton, that's for sure. I always take 20 kilograms of cotton with me whenever I go anywhere. At least if I'm on horseback. Of course, if you're walking, then that's quite a heavy load to be carrying around, but if you're on horseback, then it's just fine. And let's see now. Where is that champion troll? Can we see it from below? So, as I was gonna say, like, if you're able to target a mob from afar, as long as it's within, what was it, 20 tiles of the guard tower, the guards will actually respond to it. I'm just trying to see if there's like a mob here that we can see that I could use as an example. Is that a croc? That's a dead... No, it's a raft actually. Is there a mob I could use as an example, like that champion troll? If you're able to double click a mob here and activate it... Oh, there's a spider. Let's test this out now. So there's the spider now in my bar, and I'm just gonna ask the guards to go and kill it, and let's see if they react. And I see some reactions here. Tower guards are saying I found the aged, but this one didn't notice, but the other ones, they're not, like, they're just standing there. Oh, there they go, see? So here's the thing, guys, you don't actually have to be close to the tower guard yourself, so you don't have to pull the mobs to the tower guard. All that is required is for the mob itself to be within 20 tiles of the tower guard, and if you're able to target the mob, you can ask the guards to go in. So now they're starting to fight, you see? That spider is going to be a goner. Now if we could see the champion troll somewhere, we could ask the... I didn't realize to even do that, to ask the guards to take down the champion troll. But yeah, hopefully the champion troll doesn't come up here. Unfortunately, they have quite a long range of visibility, and they also go very, very fast. So we're starting to see... Oh, there's this troll. Oh, this is the one that we started to fight. Okay. Let's see if we can't take down this guy quickly. This is the guy we started to fight earlier on. Now the tower guards, they will not notice this guy though, because he is this is much more than 20 tiles now from the guard tower itself. Yeah, they will die from a champion troll for sure, they will. But at least it will keep it distracted, you know, for a while. And now we're doing kind of... See, now that we have stamina, we're doing much better with the troll, because the stamina is making our attacks be much stronger. So you never want to go into a fight with 0 stamina, that is for sure. And let's see if there are any other mobs up here. Oh, look at all the spiders. Good grief. Look at them all. Ugh. Well, at least we got the troll down. Let's see if it has a recipe. No. So we're just going to leave it there. Let's try and get up here and we'll do some healing. The spiders, thankfully, they're not too bad, but like, just look at the amount of them up there. So many spiders. Oh, and more over here. It's like spider heaven up here. There are some trolls as well, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, guys. This is. There's a deer. I don't want to kill the deer to get my HP up, though, so I'm just going to... Oh, there's a wolf. Well, the wolf is offering itself as a sacrifice for my HP, so I don't mind if I do. Let's see if we can get ourselves healed on this. There's a spider just over there as well. Yeah. We're almost healed. So if you manage to get all 5 guards on a champ troll, they have a chance. I see Wolfmare, okay. Yeah, okay, so let me just do some last final heals here. Just to be in the best possible situation. I should probably eat as well. We did take some food with us in the picnic basket. At this point, what I think I'm going to do, just to have less weight, is I will fill up my thermos with water and pour out the rest of the water, just so it doesn't weigh me down. And now we're down to 49 kilograms, which is better than before. Let's just eat up as well. And drink a little bit. And how are the wounds doing? There's one more wound. There we go, good. Now everything is pristine here in my HP bar. So this is the point that we're going to start climbing, because my horse cannot climb that steeply. And we're going to move this over here, start watching the situation with the stamina and drinking vodka. So I'm just auto running in a way, or auto walking in this case. Hello, another happy panda. Welcome on into the stream. We are doing some Wurm Online today. We're going to go and see what's on the other side of this mountain. There's supposed to be a lovely valley on the other side. So slow, yeah, she's in climb mode now. She's having to go up this steep mountain. And we do have the horse coming with us, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, good. You just came by to say hi and see if I went to Harvest Moon. No, I didn't. So how are you doing today? So was Harvest Moon like an event that was going on in Wurm, or...? Was it the one that we were looking at in the forums the other day? Maybe last week. I can't remember now. Now there's a old hardened mountain lion after us. 2 of them, in fact. Well, these guys are super easy though, thankfully. Let me just actually get up on more even land so I don't have to be in climb mode. Just bring them way up here so I can just sort of... There, we got one down already. One down. One more to go. Back to work you go. Okay, talk to you later. Okie dokie, we got the mountain lions down. We didn't even get any damage whatsoever. So up we go again. And I see more mobs up there. Are there any spiders around that are too close? Not really. There's a troll down there, by the way. So I hope we don't bump into him. I think we can just walk normally on this bit. Look at the beautiful views, guys. Should we just stop and just admire this view for a moment? I think it's time for the slow cam. Horsey, I don't want your muzzle in the way, so I want you to come just over here. You just come over there, stand there, that's right. And let's see about this view here. We'll go to first person view, and then we will go to settings. The first tab, we're going to make camera smoothing, go to the full amount, save that, turn off the UI. And let's just take in this. Oh, there's a troll right there, by the way. It hasn't noticed me. Oh no. And then just let's take in this beautiful view that we see here. And unfortunately, of course, the map there is in the way, but oh well. Look at all of that forest. This is Harmony, guys, the server of Harmony. There we go. Always nice to look at use the camera smoothing options from time to time. Let's just set that back down at a sort of reasonable amount. Yeah, that feels about right. Now this troll, guys, he has not noticed me, so I'm gonna try and sneak up here before he does. Oh, am I leading that horse? I am. Okay, good grief. Yeah, you see? He's not noticing me yet, so hopefully we can get up here. We can sneak past him and get up here before he does. Is that a champion? No, just a normal spider up there. And let's just go up here. And here we go again. Oh. And Factional Fight says trolls in Wurm are much worse than trolls in Valheim. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. Trolls, they're bad, but in a kind of different way. So in Valheim, they're so bad because they...
How come we can't sit on the floor yet?
Hold on. Let me calculate that.
They're bad in Valheim because they are so... they do so much. They can literally... Well, of course, the trolls in Wurm also do a lot of damage, for sure. But the trolls in Wurm, it's so easy to get away from them. So if you don't feel like fighting a troll in Wurm, you just like run away, basically. And then in Valheim, you have also the stamina that you have to be contending with. Like, of course, we have the stamina here as well, but it's just, yeah. But then when you get into an actual fight with a troll, like if it's a champion troll especially, it's pretty nasty for sure. But yeah, I would almost say the Valheim trolls are worse, to be honest. I can't even remember the last time I died to a troll in Wurm, but I die from trolls in Valheim all the time. And hello there, Commander Dylan. Welcome on into the stream. A 2-star elite troll in Valheim is pretty nasty. Yeah. 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 They can... Yeah, for sure. And how are you liking Valheim, Commander Dylan? I'm guessing you're elite dangerous player, right? I was just hanging out on Chris Potato Rot's stream last night. I was actually raiding him after my Valheim stream yesterday. And he's playing some Valheim now, of course. And we were just talking about the fact that, you know, once Odyssey comes out, I will be playing so much Odyssey. And that's, I guess, it is opening up on some level. Viking was mentioning, was it like the beta or something of that coming soon at the end of this month or something like that? I forget now what you said again about that. Viking, I almost called you Vodka, by the way. You woke up to a troll raid in Valheim, destroyed half your base. Oh god, that's happened to me. They're horrible. Yeah, at least in Wurm the trolls don't like break your base at all. The mobs cannot break your base whatsoever. Oh, they actually will break down. Trolls will actually. Was it so that they will break down like a fence? Now come to think of it, but they can't do anything to your house, though. Like if you're on undeeded land, it could be that they break down a fence. I can't remember now anymore. And Factional Fight says, in Valheim you just block, stun them, don't even run anymore, just stand up to them now. Really? I haven't tried. I always shoot them from afar still. So they react to the block stun? Because I tried a few times and they didn't react to it whatsoever. Even though I've got the block stun system down really well in that game. Hello, Paul. Welcome on into the stream. That's right. Vodka and Viking are synonyms. For sure, okay, I guess. And don't fall down, cats. Let's get your stamina up. Drink and rinse and repeat. Flush that alcohol through your veins, Safarina. That's right. Okay, that should be enough. We're getting up really high now, guys. And Paul, you and your... we better get this up to the full amount because there's mobs here. Last thing we want to do is run out of stamina killing a mob on the side of a mountain. And I should probably, if I was wise, I'd probably put down my... Well, if we get into a bad situation, I'll put down my tent. We do have the tent that sent me over. Kindly sent me... Oh, hey, there's an even spot right there. We can just go over here, actually. Hello, Tartheus Gaming. Welcome on into the stream. So what's the slope on this thing? This is 16, so we can just stand here normally now. Yeah. It has to be 23 or under the slope. And then you can just stand on it normally. You don't have to climb. So let's take down this guy. So you haven't fenced out your base yet, Paul, but it needs to be your next priority, right? And Vival Diva says, trolls are good at bashing. Hot zombie trolls are not nice things to have cornering at you, coming at you as you've heard, right? There we go. Spider taken care of. We're almost at the top, guys. We're almost there now. So up we go into the heavens. Paul, your fear is getting the smelter, etc. smashed. Those cores are hard to collect. Yeah. Are you, have you gone to the swamp yet, Paul? Because there's like creatures that spawn upon dying, they drop tons and tons of cores, actually. I think they're called surdlings. You only got the location of the elder, right? So you haven't gotten to the swamps yet, yeah. Yeah, so once you hit the swamps, getting those is going to be super easy, but yeah. Now you're just going to have to do with the little dungeons, I guess. And Viking, if you're still there, this higher quality vodka does make a difference for sure. Because with the older stuff, I think I would have had to stop and drink up from time to time, which I don't really have to do with this stuff. This stuff is good enough that I can just like walk up non-stop and just drink. So really well done with your work there. If you're still listening on Viking, really well done with training up your skills to get the vodka up to that quality level now. Let's see if we can just get to this tile here and then just go into walk mode there. Oh, we're so up high now. Look at that landscape, my goodness. So you have enough cores to make 2 portals now. Nice. And Commander Dylan says, wait until you have to build your base in the plains. The little goblins are constantly raiding your farm there. Oh god. Yeah, I've only just entered the mountains myself. So the plains is still something. The only experience I have with the plains is sailing next to the plains one time by mistake too close by. And then of course a mosquito or a death squeedo came and followed me. Let's just go on the horsey here. This is a little spot, guys, that somebody could make a deed here, like claim this bit of land right here. Imagine if you had your little house up here. What a beautiful, like, it's almost like a 360 view of Harmony. What a gorgeous view you would have if you had a little house up here. It's completely unclaimed land. Anyone could come up here. You could make a little mine up here, mine out the mountain. That would be pretty cool. This would be a very lovely spot, and there's, you know, this sort of rather even ground to get started as well. This is a fantastic spot. If, of course, you know, for a new player it's a bit challenging, you know, going up and down the mountain. You'd have to make yourself a tunnel or something to go up and down, or some kind of system using fences or whatever. It would be remote, that's true, yeah. Like, oh, well, for like a hermit type of player like what I am, this would be like just a dream come true. And Tarthius, you have always been on the fence about this game. Just seems complicated. So something about this game, Tarthius, when people talk about it being complicated, I think the main thing to really understand is that everything works in a logical way, and everything works with a system of activating one item, then targeting another item, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So if you want to chop down a tree, activate your hatchet, right click the tree, choose cut down. If you want to mine ore, activate your pickaxe, right click the ore vein and mine, and everything else works in that very simple logical way. And as far as, you know, things being logical in general, if you need to, let me just think of a good example here. For instance, I think the something that's quite hidden but is also quite logical is that, let's say you need some salt. Well, where can you get salt? You can mine it from the mountains, but hey, the sea has salt water. How could I get salt from salt water? Well, you could boil away the water and you would be left with salt in your cauldron. So there's a lot of things that you just have to sort of think about. How would this work in real life? And most likely it's going to work in Wurm as well. They've tried to make things quite realistic, so don't think of it as like how would this work in another game. Think of how it would work in real life. That's my bit of advice about that. So let's see, now let's try and get to the very top here. There is a troll. Venerable, angry troll is up there. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound very good. This is definitely a guy we need to take down. So I'm going to try and lure him down. I might just put my... let's put the tent here, just to be on the safe side. So if the troll does kill me, I can just spawn at the tent. Yeah, I've heard about those crops, Commander Dylan, yeah. So you sort of like have to make a special kind of base there to be able to... And I was watching a video actually about the best way to avoid the death squiddos for your crops in the plains. I won't reveal anything here, but there is like videos, and this guy was showing like how he does it, and it looked like a pretty smart system. So there are ways to defend yourself against the death squiddos while you have your crops there. Oh, I should get on my horse actually to get the height bonus. That's better. And also a tip for new Wurmians out there: always face your foe. So don't be like don't be in a side position like this. Even if your head is looking at the foe, that's not enough. Your body has to be facing the foe, and that will do the most damage. That's something I only learned about in recent months, by the way. I didn't even know that before. And Talos, I'm sorry I didn't notice you earlier on. You were saying that you're going to go off and have dinner. Thank you for those well wishes, Talos. Good to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and you have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later. You're probably already gone, but in case you did hear that. And yeah, coming to Tartheus, like Akakas was mentioning those expectations. So Tartheus, have you played very many have you played very many Sandbox games before, or have you played mainly the sort of mainstream theme park MMOs like World of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls Online and games like that with the questing and leveling up a character? Ooh, what's going on? Oh God, that's not good. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to focus on this a bit, because he's not only is he venerable, so the venerable is the oldest, and the older they get, the more fierce they become. Not only is he venerable, but he's also angry. So he's actually... Oh God, I'm gonna have to go and heal. Oh God, oh God. Yeah, oof. But you can see, like, so what Factional Fight said is that they are tough, especially if they have those like special qualities. But as you could see, I could just run away from it, and it's just standing. Well, you can run away from them, of course, in Valheim as well, but I don't think it's as easy to do, really, because you're always like struggling with the stamina all the time. These are all healing well. That's good. You got him good. So Tartheus, no, but you've played many like Ark, Empyrean, Planet of Nomads, Subnautica, and so on, right? Yeah, those are not quite the same, but because I think in a lot of those survival games, they're quite quick tempoed, right? They're quite you build your first shack within first hours, and well, I guess it's the same in Wurm, but Wurm is definitely like much slower to play. But then again, stuff is also more durable here as well. So just as an example, I'd like to talk about the Valheim ships. So you spend like you can spend hours and hours building your base. You can spend hours and hours gathering materials for a ship and build a ship. But then a mob can just come along and crash it all down in a few minutes. Now in Wurm, if you build something like a ship or a base, on the PvE servers, it's 100% safe. Nobody, no other player, no mob, no nothing can do anything to it. So it's something you can have for life, basically. It's just a little bit of a different experience. So he is slowed from the damage. Well, that's good. Oh, there's a spider. Let's take down the spider first. Let's get these guys back a bit, because I need to get close enough to them. Come over here, boys. That's right. Okay, now let's finish off this troll. And Commander Dylan, you like how the mobs will fight each other in Valheim? Yeah, that's really cool. I had a situation yesterday where a stone golem, or whatever it's called, was attacking me in the mountains, and then it got completely distracted by one of those drakes, and then they started fighting each other, and it gave me just a little bit of a breather to regain my stamina and to heal up a bit. It was perfect. And it's also immersive when they're fighting each other as well. I kind of wish that the mobs would fight each other. Well, I do know that the hunter mobs will kill like other animals to get their meat, in the very least. Yeah, those stone golems. Oh man, I died from one this morning as well. They're awful. Just awful. There we go. Done. Do we get a recipe from this guy? Ooh, rare goblin liver and onion. I think she has this already. Read recipe. Yeah, she's already got that one. But she can. I can give that away, or else I can sell it on my merchant or something. Yeah, and they don't even drop anything good. I know, right? What a ripoff. So, that was perfect. Let's just check this. There's one little bruise here that we can fix up. There, good. Now, let's grab the tent. And then just stick that in there. And then we'll climb up the rest of the way. And keep on drinking some booze. We're so close to the top of this mountain now. Suspense. Will cats make it? Yeah, of course we will. We don't even need like a prediction for that. Once in a while I've had the prediction going in Twitch to see whether if people believe I'm going to make it to the top of a mountain, but you guys have already learned. I always make it to the tops of mountains. So close now. We'll have another nice slow look once we get to the top. We see some green on top. Hello, Ismuth. Good to see you. Oh, hopefully there aren't any bears here. Yay, we made it! Oh, somebody's flattened this, guys. Look. There's 4 flattened tiles. Or unless... Oh, you know what it is. It's the top of the server. It chops it off at the top. That's what it is. Yeah. Nobody has actually flattened that. That's just because the game is probably... Because there's like an upper height for the how high the mountains can go, and I think that's what this is. Unless somebody has flattened that, I'm not sure. So, let's turn off the UI, and let's just have a look around here. I think we're facing, are we facing west now? Let's see, yes, west. That's west, and let's just compare with the map as well. So, let's just have a look at the map here.
What game is this?
I don't know, but it looks awesome.
So, it does look awesome, Factional Fight. It does, it does. So, yeah, so this group of mountains that we're on is this one. And there is a little group of lower mountains down below, which is probably these ones down here. The valley that we're going to descend into is probably this one down here, yeah. Down there is where we're going to go. And we have to place our sign somewhere right there. So what we'll do is we'll walk along the tops of the mountains here, and we'll slither down somewhere here to get down to the top, to the bottom. Then if we look towards the north, if we look and see what we can find here, and we just compare it to the map here. So if we're up here right now, we can see that there is some sand, which is probably this desert here. And if we look over on this side, the limit of the server, yeah, I think so, okay, because, yeah. Yeah, it's mostly, I wonder, that peak over there. So that's facing southeast. That peak could possibly be this little mountain over here. And then there's some very high mountains directly east, which are probably these mountains here. Yeah. Good. Nice. And then that mountain over there is probably this one. So, let's hop on the horsey and see if we can find a perfect spot here. Let's just turn off the UI, admire the landscapes here, and see if we can find that perfect spot to slither down from. I'm not even going to use vodka to slither down. We're just gonna slide down. I don't think we need vodka for that. Ooh, there's somebody's place over there. Let's go see. Can we get down from here? I think so. I think the horse should be able to make it. Maybe not. It could be a little bit too steep at this spot. Yeah, we're gonna have to slide down. Horse is coming. I am taking a little bit of damage. Might have to do some heals. I should do the backwards, like, walking thing when I'm going down, I should, but I'm too impatient. Hello, Kron. Welcome on into the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? So that's Venora Rush. Become a Venora follower, and you can change that later on if you want to. If you want to be a follower of another god, but Venora is a good one for beginners, or not beginners, but like with a new character rather. And once you become a Venora follower, you can do that actually at the starter towns. There should be like an NPC that will convert you, or like make you a follower, not convert you, but make you a follower. You can do that from the starter towns if you don't manage to find a priest who can make you a follower. I don't know, can other followers make somebody a follower? Maybe somebody can answer that. But in the very least, the starter towns are your answer. And then once you are a follower, make yourself an altar. Just the easiest one is just a wooden one, but you can also make one from stone if you like. And that way, and then keep your altar. You should keep your altar close to wherever you're doing your skilling up. So I have an altar right next to my forge, for instance, and where I do all my crafting. Actually, on my deed, I have lots and lots of altars all over the place because they have like a certain area of that they. Well, these are the altars I'm talking about. So that's an altar of Libella. That's an altar of foe. So this person doesn't have a foe. Oh, hold on. There's Venora right here. Here is a Venora altar. And yeah, I guess they have a mine here, so they don't actually have like a proper deed unless they have an underground deed. That's a possibility. Let me just see if this mine door is actually open. Let me see. Can I actually go onto this thing? It is open. Let's go have a look inside. So that's somebody's tunnel to get all the way to the bottom. Where does this go? Let's go have a look around, guys. So followers can make followers. Okay, that's good to know. There's lots of altars here, actually. And hello there, Mr. Lava Fiend. Hello there. You're not a fan of me coming to invade your place? That's tough. That's just tough. Yeah, only priests can make other priests, but I guess followers can make followers then. So if they have the statuette, oh, that's what the thing was. That's right, Parser. So you have to have a statuette for a follower to make another follower, but yeah, in the very least, the starting towns should help. We're doing kind of okay, but he's doing a lot of damage to me as well. And Du Johnson was also saying you just need a statuette to convert. Yeah, it's quite funny how this Lava Fiend, which I think is actually much scarier than the troll. Well, yeah, he's doing a bit of damage now, but I seem to be doing much better against him than I was the troll, to be honest. But then again, he's just a normal one. He was a mature one, so he was both younger and he also didn't have those extra flags, you know, for being like angry or whatever. And we got a lot of burning damage. Let's make sure to heal up quickly. Ooh, look at all of those burns, my goodness. Hello, Commentary. Welcome on in. Isn't that where the rift was a while back? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. Maybe that's what, I'm not sure. And hello there, a sailor. Welcome on into the stream. Is there magic in Wurm? There is magic. The priest can do magic spells, yes. Okay, because somebody can smell burning cat's hair now in the tunnels. That's right. Grilled cat hair on the menu. Okay, here we go. Now, let's see. So somebody's got a forge here, an iron vein. Now where does this go to? Oh, there's one of these things. We can grab that quickly. And sacrifice that at an altar. They got some tin. More iron. They got their tent down here. And that's the end of that. Okay, it's probably caved in because there's not any mine supports. It could be that the tunnel goes... I mean, we could peek through. We can peek through the wall actually to see whether the tunnel is just caved in. Not that we're going to start mining it out. Let's see if we just go up against the 3D geometry. If I go to first person view. Yeah, there we go. So do we see a tunnel? I'm not seeing a tunnel continue down, so maybe the tunnel just ends right there then. Yeah, it must end right there then. And let's try and get out of here again. Okay. Yes, we were in the process of trying to find a good spot to slither down from. I'm trying to regain... So that's north. Yeah, we don't want to be on this side. We want to be on this side. Here we go. There's a spider. I'm gonna kind of ignore it here for a moment and we'll see. Man, those tundra tiles, they look so ugly from afar. I'm not a fan. Ooh, there's a perfect spot to slither down. Look at all the mobs though. Lots of trolls. Lots of spiders. Nice little... Oh, there's a place over here. Somebody has a cow in a pen. And this is probably a very lovely spot. I can just imagine that the sunsets are gorgeous up here. So they've started off setting up a little place. They got some fences done. They got a little mine going. They got their tent down. This is a lovely spot. Very hard for a newbie to get started in this spot though. It's quite challenging. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore those mobs and we're going to slither down at this point. We'll just go down along here and it should be just fine. Famous last words. I don't really care about that. Yeah, this is easy peasy to go down. Let's just let's try not to go too fast though, so we don't take damage. I could probably ride my horse on this spot, to be honest. There we go. Lots of terraforming has gone on over there. And thankfully there is a guard tower up ahead. We might just be able to ride all the way down, guys. Easy peasy. So we're actually starting to get very close to the spot where I need to place the sign. So now it's just a matter of finding the perfect spot to place a sign at. I mean, this could be a nice little spot. Like if we look at the map here, so the sign should be built somewhere here at the root of the mountains. And I think this is a perfect little spot actually to do that. Let's just get rid of this spider. So what compass direction is that from the hilltop that you are going down, if you can tell? So, so right now we're facing southwest. And if we look up at the hilltop, that is of course facing northeast. And that is facing north. I'm not sure if that answered your question. Let's just bury this guy. And we shall plant our sign here, and we'll wrap up the stream after that. Because all that's left after that is for me to get back home. I'm not going to bore you with the journey home. So maybe right here is a perfect spot. So let's just see here. Sign is wooden sign. Let's plant that. There we go. KatsPurr / Safarina was here March 9th, and it is March 9th, isn't it? Yes, 2021. And there it is. That sign is going to be there potentially forever if people come and repair it. I've heard of people repairing the signs that I've planted. But most likely what's going to happen is that nobody will ever actually find this, and it's just going to decay away eventually, but that's fine. There it is, guys. There it is. We completed our Wurm Roulette. I mean, what we could do quickly before we wrap up, let's just go see what's down in the valley itself. I kind of forgot about that. Let's go see what's actually down here. Yeah, let's do that quickly before we wrap up. Lots and lots of oleander bushes around here. Parser. So you've been repairing a lot of those signs, have you? Oh my goodness. That's a lovely little valley, by the way. So here we can see we're now on the shorelines on the other side. We can see some mountain ranges. That's probably that. That's the shore there. We can see a desert, which is probably this thing. So yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's living in this little valley here. But it's a gorgeous spot. It looks like somebody did live here at some point, though. This is flattened area. Somebody did have a deed here. It's all decayed away. There's only one lonely chair sitting there. Is there anything in there? They also seem to have an archery target. Is there anything in here? Just like some poor like tools. What's going on over here? Somebody's in the process of building a city over there. Yeah. So guys, that's that for this stream. I hope that was fun for you guys, and of course we had a lot of good chats and some pretty important topics as well that we talked about earlier on. And yeah, I think what I'll do is I've been streaming now. Well, I was streaming yesterday, and well, we'll see. Maybe I might stream Valheim tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But anyhow, guys. Oh no, Akagus. Not to make you feel tired, Cats, but my display indicates your stream has been ongoing for 17 hours. Really? Oh, that seems a bit broken. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kalania, and thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Always, we have so many good chats here, and lovely to have you come along with me on my adventure here today once again. So, have fun, Kalania and Wurm, and anyone else who's just starting Wurm. Yeah, I will bid you all guys good night. We can just very quickly check, of course, and see if anyone is streaming some Wurm. Let me just check and see. And actually, Bun Bun is a Wurmian. She is not streaming a Wurm right now. Oh, hold on. The Lone Shrimp, actually. The Lone Shrimp was hanging out in our chat earlier on. Let's go. I haven't seen this person's stream. And yeah, let's go check out Lone Shrimp's stream, actually. So have a good night, guys. Let's go check him out.